these are the people that's gonna give advice about marriage. I'm gonna start giving advice about how to have sexual intercourse between a man and a woman. I'm gonna start giving advice on coitus because I'm the poster child for male, female, penis into vagina relationships. Or better yet, I'll start giving advice on lesbian relationships because I'm the poster child for all things women and lesbian sex. You see how implausible and silly that sounds?
He said, I'm not making this up. The exact quote was, quote, to be even clearer. Like, in the quote, like, bitch, just so you don't get mixed up. So you understand. We ain't get that shit. We don't even get that shit out no more. Because ain't none of these rappers worth shit. And we stopped giving the shit out. Because all you hoes end up being ain't shit ass motherfuckers. And so we ain't giving that shit out no more. That's what they said.
They're on that campus and really get the help that she needs so she can't just run out the house every chance she get and take a bump or go on a bender with her fellow bases down to the crack house. You didn't think to do that. But we're supposed to see your, rehab treatment facilities is incredible. But you got a whole base in your house. I don't mean to call your mama a basa, but it's basa like tendencies. I mean, make it make sense.
I know these. I'm never wrong about these things. I'm never wrong. He doesn't want the cooter. He wants dick. That's what he wants.
Why can't he want both though?
He don't want the cooter.
We, the viewing public, don't want you to have a moment. The less of you we have, the better. Baby, we don't want to pause you, honey. You can save all the moments, baby. I'm sure you have some very nice friends and some close friends that see it for you. Us, the viewing public, us sighted people, we don't see it for you.
It's in the news. And Pete said y'all made him feel bad when he was over there on SNL because all y'all did was talk about his big donkey dick.
This was a no boo. I'm gonna make sure I take care of you. Make sure this is good for you. I'm gonna grab this little condom, put it in your mouth, make you put it on my dick with your mouth. I'm gonna grab this little lube after I bend you over and make sure it's good for you. There's no reconciliation in sight. So at this point, I see you all are just trying to argue about what it is that happened.
But it may come out as too pro-black. Some people may, fuck it, I'ma say it. The cracker crash out happened this weekend. Damn it, I said it. Fuck it. Them bastards don't care. I don't care either. The cracker crash out. The fuck shit fellowship. The racist rally.
I don't think she got a glam squad to begin with because the bitch always look a fucking mess anyway. And nobody anywhere that has anything to do with cosmetology and beauty should ever lay claim on having anything to do with Giselle, her makeup, her hair, or her fashions. But if it's people out there claiming it, hey, go ahead, get it how you live, buddy. It ain't even like she got that much money to be paying y'all like that. Y'all a mess. A broke hoe who always comes out looking a fucking mess, and you want to claim that? Girl, just
no means no, and yes means no. Hey y'all, hey to the motherfucking hey. Baby, I'm fixing me a drink because it's been a long week. It's Friday. Who the fuck gonna check us? I'm fixing a top shelf high class drink. Um, it's so funny, all my top shelf stuff is over here on this bottom shelf. Girl. But yes, I'm fixing a strong, stiff drink. Who got something to say about it? Who finna check us? Chat. Yeah. What's going on, y'all? It is Friday. It's fuck that shit Friday, okay? I'm just saying, it's Friday. In the immortal words of what's the chick name? Rebecca Black, it's Friday. My way. Remember that song? That was back in the day when that was one of the first like viral things that happened back in that was like back in the early days of things going viral. Cha. Y'all need to get a drink and drink with me, honey, because baby, listen, I got the big cup too. Let me taste this, see how it tastes. Okay. I had to drop some news on Terrence a few minutes ago before I came on here, and I made his jaw drop. mm. I had to make. I saw that news. I said, "Oh yeah, let me send this to let me send this to Terrence." I done dropped the link. Listen, y'all might as well go ahead and stop playing with me. Okay, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it gives. Y'all know what it do. Don't even play these reindeer games with me. I don't have this type of time. Okay, so stop playing with me before I even say it. Before I even say hi to y'all. Okay, I'm just letting you know it's Friday. So just to make sure you go ahead and get yourself together and click the goddamn link. Anyway, let me say hey to y'all. Somebody yesterday said I'm always yelling at y'all. That's what teachers do. We yell. Mm. Oh, oh, that's strong. That is strong. Mm. Hey, Bama girl. Hey, Brown Mama. Hey, Jay Parrish. Miss Felicia. My boo Tanya. Hey, Tanya Boo. I have Janae here. I have Demetria in the building. I have a correspondent in the background already. I see you, correspondent. I have drinks with D with me. D, I'm drinking with you today. Okay, I got the big cup today. Okay. Mm. We gonna need all of that. Hey Tracy W, how are you, Tracy W? I'm so glad to see you, Tracy W. Oh my God, we would not be anywhere if you were not here. Oh my God, did that kind of that did that work for you today, Tracy? Because I know. Hey, crazy whole body girl. Hey, Gabby. What's up, y'all? We have our senior geopolitical correspondent already up here, sir. I hate to have dropped that on your desk earlier. I
Man, you about yeah. I'm glad you did because I completely missed that. I was already tracking. I was still tracking down what I dropped in your inbox earlier today.
Mhm.
So hey y'all. So senior geopolitical correspondent reporting to you live from my own living room today. Um, so here's what happened. Remember yesterday I said that three ships were allegedly hit by Iran. Well, we have satellites and we have probes everywhere in this world. There's not an inch of this earth where anything can happen where a United States sensor and or satellite will not see it, pick it up, and report. Well, NASA has a very specific satellite up here, satellite constellation that floats around, specifically looking for hotspots, looking for flare-ups, trying to catch wildfires before they spread way too quickly. Well, it's weird that that satellite picked up three separate images of fire in and around Oman and around the Straits of Hormuz that was consistent with a ship on fire that is adrift or afloat or moving slowly, trying to put out said fire. That is that very grainy satellite footage, but it's kind of conclusive. I almost said inconclusive. It's kind of conclusive that something some things big were hit in the Straits of Hormuz yesterday, and the location of those three objects that we're seeing alight and burning are consistent with where our ships should have been in and around that time. So yeah, if they touch the boats, this is gonna be bad real fast. And this is the most active ceasefire I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a ceasefire where nobody has ceasefire.
They're still firing. I mean,
They're
but hey,
actively they are actively firing right now as we speak. UAE reported. Remember how we say this every damn day? Well, I wonder what's going to happen the second we go off air. Well, the second we went off air yesterday, uh, Iran. There's being reported Iran shot more missiles and drones into the vicinity of the UAE, and the UAE defended.
and Oman
Uh
and
huh.
Kuwait.
Uh huh.
Everybody was getting some yesterday. Everybody.
Everybody be getting it, but
But
that
that's
all of
not the
that.
biggest news. All of that pales in comparison.
hmm This is like it,
This is
you.
what we talked about early on when they first talked about blockading the Strait of Hormuz. When the United States first said this, what did I say to you? I said, what happens if a Chinese tanker
Oh yeah,
goes in? And now, here we are.
here we are with a Chinese tanker being hit. China and Iran are both reporting that a Chinese tanker has been hit in the Straits of Hormuz.
Beijing has confirmed this. This is not just Iran saying this. Beijing has confirmed.
Beijing has confirmed it.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Beijing, the the Chinese Minister of Foreign Affairs, to make sure I get his title correct. Um, he's like, hey man, we told y'all that y'all need to cut the shit. I think China gets involved now. I don't see a way for them not to get involved. I feel like they have to get involved now. Either they get involved in the Straits of Hormuz, or they start clamping down on the Straits of Malacca.
As y'all see, I'm
Or
heavily, I'm guzzling at this point. I'm damn near guzzling this drink right here, just guzzling.
this has been like I can't even lie, y'all. Like this has been a day. Literally 24 whole hours have gone by since we talked to y'all last, and we told y'all some shit and some stuff was gonna happen. And here we are,
Mm,
24 hours later, and shit and stuff is happening.
here we are.
A lot
Here the
faster than
fuck
either
we
one, to be
are.
quite honest, a lot faster than either one of us was really predicting. You were actually no, you said as early as no, this is right on time for you. You said Friday, I said no later than Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, once again, prediction correct.
Hey Carl, hey Cheryl, hey Yolanda Morgan, hey Montrez, what's good, bro? We
All right.
just had to come in and give y'all this quick update. We know it's Friday, and Friday is we try to cut out the map, but we could not. We would be negligent if we didn't tell y'all what was going
100%
on.
negligent.
So, I got a question for you, sir.
Yes,
Completely
sir.
off the fuck shit.
Yes, sir.
Dude came over last night, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He was like, "Oh, I told you he has sons.
hmm
One is in the military, one is in college. They're twins." So he was like, "Yeah, my oldest twin, the oldest twin is in college. Yeah, he's coming. I think he's a junior or something like that. He's like 20. He's coming home, and he's gonna be hanging out with me. But I'd love for you to come over my house when he's there." And I was like, mm,
Oh, he like you, like you. You
mm.
don't just introduce anybody to your kids. Like I can attest to you that right now. He like you, because I didn't after I got divorced, I didn't bring every woman I entertained around my child. That's just not okay. I mean, hell, my current wife met my daughter uh while we were back in Virginia for my grandmother's homegoing service. And the only reason she met my daughter then is because the person who I was dealing with at the time was there. Had she not been there, my daughter would never have met Janae. Not until later, just out of respect for her. But even then, it took me almost 3 months before I let uh, the last person I was dealing with before I got married, uh, even leave a gift for my daughter.
I mean, granted, me and this young man have been insignificant others for 2 years.
Oh yeah,
I know we've been wrestling for 2 years, but we've been going out and doing stuff and dating. And he come over, I go over. He come over here, I go over there. There's nothing official. I told y'all he's been pressing the issue of this thing or whatever he wants to do, but mm,
right. And I'm gonna tell you this, bruh. Keeping it a whole bean in a buck with you because that's all I know how to do. See where it goes. Don't miss on something because of what's happened in your past. Like I've had to tell myself that. So I
I
just
try not to judge people on. I try not to use past instances to make judgment calls on current situations. I do the best I can to treat everything on a case by case scenario. Now, if significant red flags come up,
that
I
do
have
not
to
overlook
I
those.
have to say, hey, hold on.
Right. And
Like
that's
when
and
444 popped up at my house unannounced, and he knows I have a rule: don't pop up at my house unannounced. Mm-mm,
yeah, that's how you get
mm-mm.
taken out of rotation. That's how you get put to that's how you get released from the team.
And that wasn't his first red flag. The first red flag was clearly him having 3.5 inches of meat. That's the first red flag.
I
But
thought
the
his second
next,
red flag would have been when he introduced you as his
right, that was the
significant
second
other
red
at
flag. The Christmas party. The
the Christmas
Christmas
party.
party was the second red flag. That was the, oh shit, wait, hold on. I played the role though. I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't want to
You
fuck
did,
nothing up
and
for him. I kept it together, baby. But when we got in that motherfucking car, I let his ass know a few things.
as you should have. I mean, let's be clear here, right? You're not wrong for that because I was entertaining a young lady who I told her, "Hey, I'm fresh out of divorce. I'm not trying to get married to anybody. I'm not even trying to be in anything serious." This young lady tried to invite me to Thanksgiving dinner at her family's house. And I was like, yeah, no, 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 thank you. I'll be spending Thanksgiving with my daughter. So yeah, we stopped dealing with each other about a month later because she was trying to get things to a more serious point that I was not ready for.
I'm not gonna say
And
I'm not ready for anything, but what I will say is in my life right now, I like being single because when you get with someone, you have to start to compromise on things that you don't have to compromise on when you're by yourself.
like what?
Like I don't know. I like to play the field sometimes. I don't like eating vanilla ice cream every day of the week. I might want butter pecan.
Hey,
I
check
might
this
want
out.
cookies and cream.
Hey, check this out. You can add sprinkles whenever you feel like it.
I can't, but that's never. If I'm in a relationship, I'm always
I'm
completely
not. I'm.
monogamous.
I'm not talking about sprinkles as in like another person. I'm
No,
talking about
I
sprinkles
know.
as
I
in
get what you're
accoutrement
saying.
to
I'm
spice it
just
back up.
that's for the people that are watching that are saying, "Oh, so you just want a poly?" No, I don't want a poly situation because let me tell you something. I know I'm not built for that because if we get with another person and if you do any slight moan that you ain't never did for me, or you
Oh
roll
yeah,
your
it's a
eyes
whole
back
problem.
harder for them than you did
It's a
for
whole
me,
problem.
I'm gonna stab that bitch in the throat and in the nut sack. I'm just telling you.
Look, that's a whole problem for me. It's not just you, bro, because that would be a whole problem for me. If we decided
I
to introduce
am
a
telling
third,
you.
if we decided to
I'm
introduce
gonna
a third,
stab you
which would never
second.
happen, but no, if that person made her make a, hold on a second now, they're like
Hey,
mid stroke. Hold on a second now, play.
what
Hold on a
the
second.
fuck?
Let's still talk over here.
Let's wait a minute. That's how you ain't never made that sound for me. Your eyes ain't
Right.
never rolled. So I'm gonna stab that bitch in the throat and in the nutsack first, so you can see what's about to happen to your motherfucking ass. Because I'm telling you, you next, but that bitch is first. I'm gonna eliminate that bitch first. I know I don't have that now. One of my children, one of my gay children, he I don't see him being in a relationship where it's not uh, um polyamorous. Like
Right.
I cannot see him. I and I try like when he keep him a boyfriend now. That's one thing he gonna keep. But every time I meet one of these dudes, I be like in my brain, I'm like, I hope you ready for all you finna deal with this one, cause that one right there, that one right there, he got to have it. He got to get his. He got to get his. And if you ain't happy, his current boyfriend, they had a polyamorous, and it was working for a few years, and I think it got to the point where it wasn't working, and I ain't gonna put all his business out there, but they broke up for about a month. Now they back together again. I don't know if they love it though. If they love it. It's fine by me.
Right. And that's the thing is if that's not what you're into, just make sure they know. Like, look, man, I'm not used to doing like, and I'm pretty sure he knows. Like, hey, man, look, I'm not used to doing vanilla relationships, so we like to keep this shit spicy. And I don't mean spicy and like we got to argue and shit, but I mean like we got to keep it spiced up. Like, just don't fall into your normal routine of doing shit. Like, I feel like that's where a lot of couples go wrong is like they fall into their normal routine of doing shit and they forget what brought them together to begin with. So feel like if y'all just both know what brought y'all together to begin with, and y'all just lean into that, you'll be fine.
Oh, I know myself well enough to know that I'll be fine. I'm not worried. I don't put this link down here like 3 or 4 times, and ain't nobody else click this link. Don't make me come through this chat and snatch some of y'all up here. I'm just gonna put that out there. But I
Yeah.
will say this. Um, I think that it's so interesting. As I would say the oxymoronic thing about same gender relationships, at least on the male side, I can't speak for the lesbians because that's a whole different situation. I'm not a lesbian. I don't have fallopian tubes and or ovaries, and they got a whole different situation, different set of experiences going on. I don't even like going to the lesbian clubs because them girls like to fight too much for me, and I don't have that type of energy. Baby, they say us
you
gays fight. Oh no. We pale in comparison to the
you said
lesbians. Okay,
you not trying to be on the episode of Baddies.
listen. No, if you've ever been, and you may not have ever gone to a lesbian club because there are so few of them. As few gay clubs as there are exponentially fewer lesbian clubs. But I've been to some clubs where they have either a lesbian night or it's a lesbian club. So, and when
No,
you go
him.
to the lesbians, baby, if you walk by them and a girlfriend and look at the girlfriend, they might hit you. They might punch you in the mouth. I'm serious.
Yikes.
It's that serious. If you walk by their girlfriend, especially them studs, if you walk by their girl, so you have the stud lesbian, then you have like the femme lesbian or the I guess they call it lipstick lesbian, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there's different types. That
Baby, if you look at their girl, them studs will fuck you up. Now you know a lot of the studs they may be taking hormones or may not be taking hormones, but it's like I'm gonna put it to you like this, and Terrence. As a man, we all know in puberty when you're going through puberty, right? You got
hmm
a heightened amounts of testosterone flowing through your bloodstream. You want to fight all of the time, which is why middle school kids
why we end up fighting
any
so much.
fight all the time. Anywhere between seventh grade and a sixth grade and about ninth grade, maybe even early 10th, you fighting all the time because it's too much testosterone flowing through you. And so when you have a lot of stud lesbians who many of them may be, taking hormones, may not be taking hormones. There's a lot of testosterone flowing through them. They be ready to fight. Like you was when you was going through puberty. And it'd be like, girl, it's just not that serious. Sir, ma'am, whatever you want to be called, it's just, they be ready
Listen,
to fight. But I'll say
listen.
this, for men on man relationships, it's so different from male female, but then so much the same.
I dig it,
I know
and
that's
like
oxymoronic. It's
it
so
is,
different,
but
but so much the
it is, but it's gonna be kind of the same because regardless if it's or male, female, 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 however you get down, there's always going to be that one that is uber protective, that is like the attack dog, that like, hey, you looked at this person the wrong way. I'm now I got to get you. Now I got to cut you. There's
I,
always going to be that one person in a relationship. It's
I
very
one thing
seldom
that
you
I
find two
know,
people
one thing
that
that I know
aren't
is the
like that.
same is opposites attract. Like opposite. I for me and people who've met me in person, I'm pretty much the same on screen, off screen. Even though people tell me I'm much better off camera than I am on camera, I'm the same L Teddy. Okay, so
Oh yeah. That
um,
I can actively attest to that. You were quiet. I'll say this. El Teddy, he was quiet when he first got to the wedding. He was like, "Hello," just very reserved. And then we left him with everybody else, and El Teddy showed up. A time was had, and
a
everybody had a
time
good
with
time.
that. So I will say this. For me, I don't like somebody who's gregarious, the life of the party. If you go to the party and you everybody want to be around you, see you. Although everybody who all my family, my friends always says my best relationship was when I dated the one person I dated who was that guy who's like, if he walk into a room, you see him, you notice him, he takes over the room. And like everybody always says, "Oh, that was your best relationship. That's the best boyfriend you ever had." Even though I don't think so, but they all say that. But anyway, I loved your sister Janae. Me and Janae's sister had a good old time. Did show
Oh
had a
yeah,
good time.
yep. I
Mhm.
remember Kendra. Was I there when Kendra? I was there when Kendra was born, right?
Now, as much as we talk about now, as much as we're talking about, we talked about the flower guys. I one of your friends, Terrence. It was the dark skinned guy with the dreads. I don't remember his name.
Dark skinned guy with the drill. Dark skinned
It
guy.
was
I'm trying to
dark
figure out. I'm
skinned
trying to
guy with the
remember who
dreads.
all was shorter than me
It
or
was.
taller
I
than
think
me.
he was. I think y'all were in the military together. If I'm
Okay,
not,
so you talking about the short? You talking about the shorter guy?
I don't. Was he short? I know he
Because
was
there was a
dark skinned with dreads.
because there was two dudes there with two
Like
dudes there that
he
I
was
saw.
darker than me. He's darker than me, and he
Okay,
had dread.
that's two. That's either K or A. So the only difference is one is short and the other is tall. So there was two other
This
dudes there.
wasn't the short guy. This had to be the tall one because he was at least my height, and I'm not that tall. I'm 5'9".
Okay.
So
Okay, yeah, I know who you talking about. Yeah, I know who you talking about.
he and I had a great conversation. We was outside at one point, and we had the bestest of conversation. We was outside for a good 20 minutes. And I don't know where everybody else, it was just me and him outside. Man, we had the best of conversation. I didn't want to come inside. He was like, man, all right, we got to go back inside. They probably looking for me. I said, all right, we're going back inside. I was real mad. I was windmill in the air. He went inside first. I started windmill in the air like ah!
The
God!
funny thing is that like we talked to our friends, we talked to our friends after the wedding,
Mhm.
and everybody was everybody was like, man, we just had a good time.
It was a great
Like
time had by
it
all
was
like
there was like there was no fighting, there was no I was like, first of all, who goes to a wedding to fight?
my family.
Yeah,
My
I was about to say, but then
my
there is
family.
somebody somewhere. Is there
Yeah,
one?
my
Yes,
family.
there's always one. But
Mhm.
like everybody had a good time. Even like the elders that were there were like, yeah, this was such a really good group of people. Like y'all curated this list perfectly. But yeah, yeah, I will say this: you are 100% you online and you in person. You are the same person.
Yeah, I just try to authentically be me, and that's just that's all I know how to be is me. That's it. That's all. I just know how to be me,
And that's
and I
all you
don't know
should
how to
ever
be
know how to
nobody
be.
else.
That's all you
I,
should ever have to be is yourself. And if yourself ain't enough, then take yourself away from that situation.
I mean, listen, if I can't be myself, then
Who the hell am
shoot,
I be?
right? Who we gonna
Yep.
be? You ready? You want to be on camera, ma'am? Okay, you off. You gotta take your mic on. Turn your mic on because your mic is off.
Hold on a second. Let me help her out.
Even Tanya will tell you. Tanya will tell you, I'm the same person. On or off camera, it don't matter. I'm the same person. It doesn't matter the setting, who I'm around. Now, naturally, I know decorum. I know how to handle myself in different spaces. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still just me. I don't stop being me. And for me, I've always kind of forced people to to deal with me. Okay, your mic is off. All right. I've always forced people to deal with me. People will tell you that know me. I have way more straight friends than I have gay friends. And I've always forced people to deal with me. And if you can't like me just for being me, then don't like me for all of the other stuff that come along with it. And so I think that all of the straight friends that I've had, and even in a lot of organizations that I've been a part of, they will often tell me and say, before I met you, I wasn't really cool with a lot of, the people over there, the letter people and stuff. I say you can
Hmm.
go ahead and say you don't have to be. They were like, but I didn't know that I could just be cool. They were like, oh, I said you sound like the white people who said they didn't know they could have a black friend. But I'm gonna let you have that. It's growth. It's growth.
Yeah, it's like for me, like being around the community, no matter what side of the community you're on, it doesn't matter to me. I've been dealing with people in the community since there was a community. One of my like two like matter of fact, two of my friends one of them I knew he was part of the G corridor the second I met him, and I met this person. I was like 9 or 10, and
Hmm.
I was like, I think he like guys. I don't think he like girls like I like girls. He say he like girls, but I don't think he like girls like I like girls. And then later on, El Teddy, here's the funniest thing. Janae knows him. Janae was in band with this guy.
Oh, band is gay. Let me tell you, band is gay. Band as a band head myself, only 5% of the men you meet in band are straight. If they're in band, only about I'll stretch it to 10%. 10% of the men that you meet that's in the band are straight. Band is gay. It is. It's the first outlet that a lot of gay people and it's a good thing that it is because when I was growing up and even to this day, people don't know that the band world for a lot of gays was the first place where they could just go and just do them and be themselves and be great at something and be accepted. And it was the first time they could say, "Oh, I'm good at something," or I can be accepted. I can just be me, and it opened up a lot of doors for a lot of people. And so I'm okay with band being gay, but it it is.
If they're not gay, they're some whores.
Right. Oh yeah, now band. What we going? If we don't do nothing else, we gonna fuck. If we don't do shit else, we gonna fuck in the band. Yeah. Uh huh.
Listen, it was that person and then another kid that I grew up with when I was living in New York. Just his mannerisms and the voice and the mannerisms and the things that would upset him. We're like, hey, yo, what's happening here? And I was younger than 10, and I picked up on that.
Mm.
I picked up on my auntie who had that friend that came with them to every family gathering. I picked up on
Mm.
all of that. So for me, it's like when the one that was in band, when they finally came out and said, "Hey man, so I just want to let you know I'm gay," we just kind of all looked at him like, "Nigga, we know. Welcome to the party. We all knew."
I never really yeah, and I may be an anomaly and different, but for most of my friends, I've never had the "Hey, I'm gay" conversation. I've never done that. I've always just been me. You like or don't like me, you think whatever you. I've always just been like, okay, I'm me. And most of my friends, they're like, okay, yeah, Elton, we know what he got going on, but we don't care. I've never had to be like, oh, you know, I like a dick or booty or whatever.
Yeah,
They just
and
know,
the
and it's just always just been okay. So that's never. If you just like I've always said, if you just don't like me, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to do anything else but be me.
right, and that's all you should ever have to be is yourself. You should genuinely being yourself should be enough. The problem is that a lot of people struggle to genuinely be who they are. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. I struggled with it for the longest time. Normally, I'm a happy-go-lucky, goofy motherfucker. That's just who I am. To have fun. I like to chill out. I like to just be out of everybody's way and out of everybody's business and off to my own devices. And when I can't do that, or I feel like I'm getting starting to get boxed in, I go crazy. It's like, okay, I need to go. Like, you know what, baby, I love you. I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna go take a nap, and I just go take a nap. It's because I start feeling like, okay, what is happening right now? All right, I need a nap, and I just go take a nap.
Not a
Or
nap.
bro, naps are amazing. Once you hit 40, if you're not taking at least one nap a day, you fucking up. You're not living life.
I do. What happens is I will try to take a nap, and as soon as I close my eyes, either my phone will ring, or that stupid sound, or Microsoft Teams will come on, and I'll be
Mm,
pissed off. You know that um um,
uh-huh. That
um,
you
um,
getting a call.
oh, and I be so bad.
Look, I clocked out
Oh,
working from home one day. Was like, all right, I'm gonna put myself in do not disturb for the next hour,
oh, they
blocked
don't
off the
care.
time on my calendar and everything.
They don't care.
Took a nap, woke up. My boss was like, hey, where were you at for like the past 30 minutes? I was like, I was off clock. I was like, I took a nap, man. I was tired. He was like, wait, you took a nap? I was like, yeah, I didn't. I took my lunch and I took a nap. He was like, oh, do you do that when you're in the office from time to time? I was like, yeah. From time to time, when I'm in the office, I will take that 30 minutes, say, hey, I'm gonna go to lunch. And when y'all ask me where I'm going, I say off site. That usually means I'm in my car sleeping.
Listen,
I've absolutely done that a few times.
listen. People don't understand a 20-minute nap is like the dream. Like, I've taken a 20 to 30-minute nap and it changed my whole world for the rest of the day. Like a 20 to 30-minute nap is what has helped me make it through life a lot of times.
I heard at Google that it's one of the things that they do. It's literally called a Google nap, like a 20, 30 minute nap in the middle of the day.
Yeah, it is. It's a it's like the tech companies use that heavily. They will literally tell you, hey, this is your allotted time for naps.
I mean, think about it. When we were all in kindergarten, they used to put out the little cots and stuff
Uh-huh.
and force us to take naps. It was the
Listen,
greatest thing on. And think about how much energy you have at that age, five
I
years
felt like
old.
I was in prison making me take a nap. That was
Like
really
you
me.
literally bounce off walls at 5 years old. Okay, and you had to go take that good nap. All right, go ahead, lay down, take a nap. I think they stopped that in some kindergarten curriculum. They no longer do naps, but back in the day, that nap time.
They need that nap time to reset their brain. Like that's all it is. It's a reset. It's a quick reset, quick 20 minute, you charge that battery from 40 to 80 and you can finish out your day. But I think they got rid of it from kindergartens because because them kids was going home and them kids was running them parents into the ground.
A mess. Listen, y'all gotta raise y'all own kids. It ain't. It is not the school's job to raise your kids, and that's the problem with a lot of parents. They be wanting the
Hmm.
school to raise their kids. Ma'am, sir, it is not our job to raise your child. It's our job to teach them the curriculum, but it is not our job to raise them.
Hmm.
That's it. That's all.
Yep.
But
You run into some kid, but there are the occasional kids who, if it wasn't for school, their life would be in complete and total disarray. So school is essentially raising them because the parent is not good at this,
hey D,
or the parent might just be working a lot.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, D, how you doing? Good. How you doing?
Maybe.
Hey, I just said I'll come on. I'm
I'm
never on.
glad you. I'm glad you came up here because you don't ever come up here.
I don't, but you could always send the link if you ever need me, like Kim
Hmm.
Possible.
Hmm. What you got
Mhm.
going on, sir?
I'm actually going to last minute dress rehearsal and tacos and tequila.
For
So
a
I'm about
ball?
to yeah, tomorrow.
What you walking?
Old way versus new way.
You doing old way or new way?
Oh, I can't. You know I can't bend in them positions. I can't do no new way.
I love
So
old way. Let's be
I
clear.
love old way.
I
It's
love old way
passion.
because I was
And this
around
was
doing old
sweet.
way. So
Hmm.
I'm just saying.
I
Definitely.
think it was 2020 when we had the pandemic that I sat and watched Paris is Burning and got my entire life.
I'm mad you waited till 2020 to watch Paris is Burning.
Most of America has not seen Paris is burning.
I was gonna say I'm not part of the community, so I
Hey,
heard
that's
of
a rite
it.
of
So and then
passage
I
D,
for
said, let
us.
me watch it.
D, you believe it or not, especially in the black community,
Uh-huh.
most of the black community have no idea about
Right.
Paris is
Most of
burning.
my straight friends, when I tell them to go watch it, they be like, "Thank you so much. I learned so much in that hour. You learn a lot. It's a great documentary. I'm not a documentary fan, but that was everything.
Yeah, it reminded me. It kind of gave or a background story to Legendary for me because me and my friends would get together and watch Legendary even during lockdown. It was like, okay, when is it coming on? We coming over. The shortest of my flower guys will cook something. That man cooked down, and we would just sit there and eat and watch Legendary.
Right. I think
Well,
before you watch anything that's um ballroom associated, even an actual ball, definitely watch Paris's Burnings first, especially when they talk about the different houses and get to know the history of the like La Beja and Milan, even like the new ones like Miyake Mugler and Revlon. Like it's always good to learn your history, but they don't teach this in school, so.
So I haven't seen Paris is Burning yet. Janae has told me that we are going to sit down and watch it. I didn't even know that Paris was burning was a thing.
well, I always say watch Paris is burning first, then
Hmm.
watch Pose. Pose is a good after Paris is burning thing
Yeah.
to watch. And then I would say watch both seasons of Noah's Ark. All three of those will give you history. Paris is
Hmm.
burning is going to give you ancestry history on black gay culture, going all the way
Hmm.
back to the 60s and 70s. When you start to get into Pose, Pose goes more into 80s, 90s.
Yes.
And then when you start to get into the first two seasons, or the only two seasons of Noah's Ark, you get into early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
used to
really,
watch
it's
Noah's Ark
late
Family.
90s. If I'm really being honest, it probably gives you more late 90s in season one. And then by the time you get to season two, it's early 2000s. So it does give you kind of a timeline to see how things kind of went and grew, and you kind of get to see and feel. And now I'll say this. I'll say that. D, tell me if you heard the same thing. I have some straight friends that I told to watch all three, and they did. They watched Paris is Burning. They did
Hmm.
watch Pose. All how many seasons of Pose was it? Two,
Three.
Two.
three seasons of Pose,
Oh yeah, it was three. You're right.
and then
Yes.
they watched the two seasons of Noah's Ark. And after that, they all told me, they said, "Oh, my gaydar is impeccable now." Oh, I know.
Well, I mean, they
They
may
said,
think it.
"Oh, I know
I,
all my friends that's gay now. Uh huh. I know the motherfuckers that's hiding in the closet." I said, "Oh, you the expert now?
so, wait, are these women or are these like men though
Oh,
that's
you
saying
the
that?
dudes.
See,
These
I
are
haven't
men."
got any men to watch it, but like my female friends, after they start watching Pose and Legend, well, not that you can find Legendary, which is some bullshit,
Hmm.
but
Exactly.
you got to be on Tubi, the station that plays it, to watch it. I don't even know if they still play it anymore, but a lot of my female friends be catching on when they be watching these shows.
It's so funny. They be like, "Yeah, my gaydar is impeccable." I'll be like, "It's not. It might be all
It's
right.
not right.
It might be better, but it's not impeccable." Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I got to keep watching Drag Race with me. I've been watching Drag Race since season one, since BB one.
I
Now,
listen.
I will say this about Drag Race. Drag Race is good. However, it doesn't give you, and drag queens will tell you this, it doesn't give you
Yeah,
a good view into the drag world
yeah,
as much. It gives you a little small view, but vantage point, but doesn't give you the bigger, wider view of the drag world.
yeah.
Hmm.
And
I would
then
say,
it doesn't give you a bigger view of the gay culture either. There's a lot of stuff that they don't talk about on Drag Race. Drag Race
yeah,
is centered mainly on, if we're being honest, white gay world.
yeah.
Hmm.
You're not wrong, but really, if you really want like the real life of drag, go to an actual bar. Especially now that
Hmm.
June is coming up, definitely go to your local bar. Go to a local bar. Go to a bar that even a brunch like they be having. I've yet to go to a drag brunch, but
Me neither. I want to go so bad.
Y'all have a
they be
lot of them
having.
over there in LA.
Yeah, but we're
There's
like,
a
Yeah,
what,
lot of
30
drag
minutes
brunches
away
in
from
LA.
me?
Hmm.
No,
we
it's not
have a
close. LA's not
few,
close to us.
Wait,
but
I
not.
thought y'all were close to LA.
We are,
Ooh.
but not that close.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
like
Xavier, I
it's
thought you
like
was in
with
LA. Where you
traffic
from?
with traffic hitting downtown LA for us, it's like two and a
Oh,
half. It's like 2.5 hours with traffic, and it's only because of traffic that it's that long. Like if we had clear roads, I could get to LA in about an hour and a half. So it's close. It's just traffic makes it feel like forever.
so where in not LA? So where are in California you guys are at?
Kern County.
Okay,
If you look it
I'm
up,
not
it's
sure.
like we are 45 minutes south of Bakersfield and 45 minutes west of Barstow. You know that place Tyrese ain't going back to?
I don't know why Tyrese ain't going somewhere.
Sanity? He's never going back to being sane? Sure.
No. We live where we live at right now, it's near a military base and close to my job. So
Okay.
that's why we're out here in the middle of the desert. But to be fair, the middle of the desert is not that bad.
So I know where Bakersfield is, and you say you're west of Bakersfield.
No, we are about 30, 45 minutes south of Bakersfield.
Oh,
Okay.
it's, yeah, because
Now
I'm
I
like,
had a friend that used to live in a little town. He says the smallest town he ever stayed in called Arvin or something like that.
Uh-huh. I know where Arvin is.
Visible.
I had a friend. He said I got to get out of this place. He said it was a small
Yes,
little
he
town
he
called Arvin.
if he would have stayed in Arvin, no matter what he did, his future was either A, working at the jail, or B,
Can you do me a
living
favor?
in the jail.
Pick out the curry that's down might be a little bit warm.
Arvin, there's like
One of the skin
think
that I
about
was
it as
eating.
like one of the real small rural counties in Georgia,
Hmm.
where it's like a stop sign and a possum, and that's it.
But that's what he told me. He says nothing in Arvin.
There's literally nothing in Arvin. People in Arvin go to Bakersfield when they want things to do, and people in Arvin come to our town when they're tired of living in Arvin.
Okay. Okay. But y'all are not far from Arvin.
No, no, no. Look up the town. Look up the city of Rosamond. That's where we're at.
'Cause he was like, man, Arvin, I don't never want to go back there in life. He stayed there for literally like 6 months and was like, I'm never going
Surprised
back
he's.
there.
Was it like okay? So was he there by choice at first, or did he like grow up there?
No, he didn't grow up there. He just went there. He was looking for a place to stay. He was living with a boyfriend who stayed in Bakersfield, and he wanted to get out of Bakersfield. He didn't want to be nowhere near Bakersfield, so he was like, "I'm not gonna go that far." So he found him a cheap place in Arvin. He was like, "Okay, I found a cheap apartment in Arvin," and he stayed there 6 months and was like, "No."
Mm-hmm. Yep, I believe it. Arvin, there's a stop sign and a possum in Arvin.
He was like, "No, I'm not. I can't do this." And he's from Miami.
Oh yeah, no. I'm surprised he lasted 6 months.
Yeah.
Like you got to be committed to live in Arvin.
Hey, Ravine. Hey, everybody coming in. I have
Hey,
family
Ravine,
that
I'm a
live in the
country
desert
girl.
outside of Los Angeles. It was scary at night. Why is the desert scary at night?
It's
I mean,
quiet.
it's the desert. It could be people hiding in there.
No, it's not. Where they hiding at? You can see.
Right, you can see
Well, not
everything.
hiding, but like
No trees.
somebody could
You
just
can
run up
see.
on you.
They can
Well,
run
it's
up
dark.
on you
I will say
anywhere in
that.
the dark.
But I'm
Well,
a country girl, and it's so quiet. I love it.
the freaks come out at night. So,
They come out at night in the city too.
oh yeah, they definitely do. You think I'm gonna
But
say
hey,
no?
I will tell you this: there are some people out here that look like the hills have eyes.
See, mm-mm.
Not
Yeah,
like you don't know.
Mad Max
Don't
teeth
turn.
Like,
looking like
like
Mad
I'm
Max.
pretty sure there's a guy out here walking around in an Edgar suit.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
It'd be
But
some weird
it's
people at
but
night.
real talk. But real talk. Where we live at, the community we live in, is quiet. It's gated. It's quiet, and nothing happens back here. I think I've seen the police back here twice, and we've lived here for 3 years. I've seen the cops back here twice, and an ambulance back here once.
Mm.
That's it.
Now I'm with Ravine on this. I'm a city boy. I don't want to see the stars. I don't want to hear no crickets. Mm-mm. I don't want none of it. Mm-mm. I don't want none of it. I grew up stars. No, we're not looking at stars. We're looking at street lights.
I'm gonna tell
I
you
grew
this.
up. We don't hear crickets. Crickets don't live in our area. Mm-mm.
Now, I will tell you this. Until I moved to Virginia as a child, like my first time in Virginia, I was outside at night with my brothers, and I was like, "What is that noise?" They were like, "What noise?" I was like, that noise that you can hear. What is that?" And they were like, "You mean the crickets and the you mean the crickets?" I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck is a cricket?" They were like, "You don't know what a cricket?" I said, "Boy, I'm from Brooklyn. We don't have crickets. We got
I'm from
roaches.
Miami. We don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
crickets either. We
We
do
got
not have
roaches."
crickets.
So
We have
he
rats
said,
and
"Oh, he said,
roaches.
well,
That's
oh,
it.
think of it like this. It's a musical roach." I said, "Oh, no, thank you."
I mean, kinda. They not wrong. But growing up in the Caribbean, oh my God, 6 o'clock hit, all you hear is them loud ass crickets like a weird
Mm-mm,
orchestra. Mm-mm.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Y'all got
That's a
them
whole nother
the
background.
y'all
Mm-mm.
got the shit. Yeah, the coqui frogs down there.
The what?
That frog that sings at night.
I thought
That
that was Puerto Rico.
I know. I'm asking had they made it all the way there?
I haven't seen no frogs making no noise.
Okay. No, it's a frog
Yeah.
in Puerto Rico. I know it's all I know the Caribbean
Because
is big.
D, you're from Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Well, my dad is from there. My mother's from Barbados. I lived in Barbados for like 10
Ah, okay.
years as a kid. I grew up in Barbados.
How was
So,
that?
huh?
How was that?
Traumatizing.
Fair
Mm.
enough.
You try growing up, trying to discover yourself in the Caribbean.
Is it is Barbados as homophobic as Jamaica
Yeah,
is
yeah.
professed to be?
Yes and no, because at least they don't be killing people just willy nilly and nobody cares. It's a
Hmm.
little bit more accepting now, because when I went there a few years back, I saw gay kids walking around. I was shocked. I was like, at night. No
You
gay
know
kids.
what? You know what's so funny, D? I grew up when I grew up in Miami because Miami has such a huge Caribbean population. Like the Jamaican population, they say is probably it could there could literally be more Jamaicans in Miami than there are in Jamaica.
Really?
There's a huge Haitian population, huge Bahamian population, huge Cuban population. There are more Caribbean people in Miami than you will find American people in Miami. So the point that I'm making is Miami, when I grew up, was a very homophobic place. Like it was not a place where you could just be walking around. I mean, America at large, let's be clear, was not as accepting when I was young as it is today. There were
Right.
some places that were a little more accepting, like New York, San Francisco, and things, but Miami was not that place. Miami was still, all of the Caribbean roots were still entrenched, and so gay was not a thing that you could just be growing up when I was growing up. So, growing up, going when I go home now and I see so many of the kids that are just openly being themselves. I applaud them. Listen, I am so glad that
Yeah.
they can. I just remember a time where it was just like, nah, bro, you just not walking down the street like that. Like people were still getting gay bashed when I grew up. Like when I was in high school, there was a boy, and it did not make national news. There was a boy. He was Haitian, and he got burned to death. Burned to death.
Yikes.
He got burned to death. Absolutely. It did not make national news. But if you were in Miami at that time, you knew about it. And
That's
Wow.
it was just like not a thing. And it came around the time when Zopound came to you had that
okay.
third Haitian exodus, and they all came to Miami in the early '90s or so. This
Hmm.
is after this was after Aristide, not after Baby Doc. But after Baby Doc was the second one, but the third one was when after Aristide was around the time of Aristide, and you had Zopound came, and Zopound they was like killing people, chopping their heads off, and putting the head on the front doorstep
Yep.
of the mama
Yep.
house and stuff like that.
Yep.
What the
And
I remember
hell?
hearing, bro. I remember hearing. No, I no
yeah,
joke. Like
no,
I
it was
remember hearing
real.
about that all the way up in Brooklyn.
It was
That was
real
not a
down here.
game. That was not a joke.
What happened was, so Miami, the cocaine cartel and all of that was real in Miami back in the '80s. Black people was running it. Black people and some of the Cubans. Okay, and some of the people from South America. It was Colombians, a lot of the Colombians, some of the Cubans, but a lot of black people were selling. So when the second exodus of Haitians came after Baby Doc, which was late '80s, mid to late '80s, some of the Haitians that came tried to get into the drug game, they couldn't make it away edgewise. But when that third exodus came after during around the time the early '90s and Zopound came, they came and said, "Oh, we taking this shit over," and they just started slaughtering people. Like it was like you know, if you had different territories, they all understood we gonna stay in our territory. We gonna do what we do. We all can eat. You stay where you at. We stay where we at. We all gonna eat, and that's how it went. The police was getting their cut. Everybody was getting their cut. Everybody was happy. That's why cocaine was so heavily sold in Miami because police was in on it even on the federal level to the FBI, everybody was in on it. Everybody was getting their cut. It was so much money being made. Nobody had a problem. Them Haitians came early '90s. They threw a monkey wrench and all of that shit. They said we want all of this, and they started killing up all of the black people that was running all of the all of the drugs and stuff like that. That's
Hmm.
when they started cutting people heads off and making example and putting people heads on their mama house or on the fence and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like it was real deal.
Like you
So
knew they were Zopound. You knew it was a
mhm.
Zopound killing because it was a clean cut with a fucking machete.
Mm-hmm.
They was
We
chopping
have a
off
goddamn
heads,
machete,
they was chopping
chop your
off
head off.
arms, they was chopping off. Like you was finding body parts washing up on
Listen,
Miami
I
Beach. I
swear,
vividly remember hearing about that because my boy, I was so terrified living in New York hearing this. Like, damn, I got Haitian friends up here. Is that shit gonna start happening up here now?
I swore Game of Thrones got it from Zopound because remember Game of Thrones when they cut off Reek's dick and put it in a box and mailed it to his
Jesus.
daddy? They did shit like that down in Miami back in the day with Zopound and shit. They would do shit like that. And so around that time, that's when there was a Haitian boy. He stayed in Little Haiti. He was a little flamboyant and things like that, and they burned him alive. And you didn't hear shit about it. Nobody talked about it. It wasn't like a whole national news. You didn't hear a fuck thing about it. And this had to be like I would say like 93, somewhere around the 92 or 90. I think I was in the either eighth or ninth grade or something like that. But this was it was crazy. I was scared at that time because I was, I didn't find out about myself really until 10th grade. I remember when I figured it out and I said, oh, oh. When I figured out, I was like, oh, that's the problem. Oh, I had a whole
Nah,
girlfriend at the time too.
you didn't figure out a problem. You figured out the right solution.
I had a whole girlfriend at the time. She was a majorette. I was I was in 10th grade. Actually, we dated when I was in ninth grade. She was a grade older than me. I was in ninth grade. She was in 10th grade. And she was a majorette. And so I became section leader like going into 10th grade, the youngest section leader in the band. And she became like co-captain of the majorette squad and stuff like that. And we dated, and then eventually we broke up because I kind of found out about myself and had a dude or whatever.
So
And
what instrument
so
did you play?
I played trombone,
Oh, you
and
played trombone. Okay.
and so I remember after we broke up, and because I remember she cheated on me while I was dating her, but at that point I was cheating on her too. I had already started talking to this dude or whatever. Anyway, long story
Was it with the
short,
same guy though?
she became a whole football skank. She was getting her back cracked by by not the whole football team, but all the ones that made weight because she didn't like the big boys. She liked so she did the whole secondary, all of the receivers. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback, the kicker, everybody who wasn't too big. I'm just saying. I think the biggest she went was our tight end.
Dude, wild,
Hmm. Yeah,
wild.
good days back there. Good days.
Figured out I like girls somewhere around the age of 5.
If
Kissed
I
a whole
think
girl in the
back,
whole mouth.
if I really think back at it, I probably knew the whole time, but as a lot of times back, especially back then, probably not as much nowadays, but back then, as a young person, you're told to reject anything thinking that line, or you're beat into submission, like people will beat you, or you get popped or spanked or whatever and told not to do that and told no, you got to, and so everything you knew and everything you learned and everything you were, I'll use that term, groomed to know was that, yeah, that's not a thing, that's not something you're supposed to do, that's wrong. So you have this constant struggle and battle in your head. The battle of I'm being told this is wrong, but my body and my my DNA is telling me, okay, no, this is what it is. And so yeah, it's a whole situation. Like the
Yeah,
mental
I remember.
duress and acrobatics you have to go through as a
back in the day as a young gay person is amazing.
Yeah, I remember when my maid of honor had came out to me, and she said she was nervous, and I was like, about what? Like she came out, and I was like, all right, so what we eat for dinner? Like it didn't bother me at all. I was like, oh, okay. Like I've seen her through. I'm pretty sure I would call her Tan. She'll call herself Bi, but I haven't seen her be damn near every letter of the alphabet, but trans. Like, and she loves everybody, so that's why I would say she Tan. But like, yeah, some of my friends will come after me, and I'm looking at them like, okay, so what we having for dinner?
It's so funny because, like I said, you're taught from your earliest of memories that you're wrong. Like what you're feeling, that's wrong. No, that's the devil. And you're like, I tell people it's like somebody telling you, "Oh, your black skin, that's wrong. Don't do away with that. Get rid of that." Just I can't get rid of this black skin. Is what it. That's what it. I've. It's in my DNA. I can't do nothing. And
Exactly.
and so the same way, but it was a whole struggle though. It is
Yeah,
Mother's Day
I'm sure it
weekend, and
is.
happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. We'll probably do a
Yes,
quick Mother's Day live on Sunday just to say happy Mother's Day to all of the
ladies.
mothers. Hmm. I might call my mama. I'm gonna call her. She getting on my nerves right now, but I'm gonna call her.
Not to get on your nerve. Well, I
She
mean, I
is.
understand that, but
She's doing all the wrong stuff, and it's not just me. It's me and all of her sisters and brothers are telling her, "What the fuck are you doing?" So it's not just me; it's the family.
well, the older they get, the harder it is to raise these parents. It's crazy.
Problem
They
is,
don't
she's
listen.
one of the younger kids. Like she's number 14 of 16.
Oh, she's almost a baby, baby.
Hmm. So all her older siblings are looking at her, and some of her younger siblings are like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Oh
She hard
wow.
headed. You know how they
I don't
say a
know nothing
hard
about
head
being a
make a
baby. I'm
soft
the
ass.
oldest.
I'm the oldest. I hate being the oldest.
I was the only child for a good little minute.
I am the oldest. It, eh, I
It
could take it
sucks
or leave
being
it.
the oldest.
It's one of them things where they want you to be in charge of everything, but you are
Hmm.
in fact actually in charge of nothing.
The problem is when you're the oldest, you have to take care of the parents and you have to take care of your siblings. Still,
Exactly.
Yep, yep. 'Cause, even now with my mom lives in Georgia with my sister, and she'll come out here to visit us. And every now and again, like because of where we live at, like the store, like we got the local grocery stores, like the two local big grocery stores. But then, like if you need like a specialty item, you gonna have to take a 20-minute ride to get to a different grocery store. So my mom popped up out here because she wanted me to make the hell was that, a Biscoff cheesecake. So she bought the Biscoff cookie butter, and I was like, Mom, why'd you bring a whole jar of Biscoff cookie butter? She was like, well, I mean, I know that y'all, wait, y'all got this out here, don't y'all? I was like, yeah, Mama, we got this out here in this desert. She just started laughing. She's like, I don't want to not bring it, and then we got to order it. It just seems like a lot. I'm like, Mom, we got regular grocery stores. I was like, the only thing we don't have out here is specialty items. That's like, and Biscoff cookie butter does not count as a specialty item. Even though it's luxurious, it is not a specialty item.
everybody in the chat act like they like being the oldest. I don't like being the oldest. I would
No, I
love
was
to
cracked
be.
up to be.
I would love to be a middle child and not have to worry about nothing.
So I kind of had the best of both worlds. I'm technically the oldest, but I grew up an only child because my brother and sister are from my father and his second wife. So, and then we didn't live together. So I literally grew up an only child, but I'm also the oldest. But I did get my sister saying, Dad told me I need to talk to you about this. Dad told me I need to talk to you about that. He would always send them to me. So other than that, it was I didn't know he would be like, they so responsible, this, that, and third. And I'm like, okay, not you picking me up for my siblings. Thank you, Dad.
Listen, all my siblings call me for everything. Your niece doing this, your nephew doing this. I need such and such. Can you?
I definitely went through the can I borrow phase, and I was like, well, first of all, little girl, you barely talk to me on a regular basis. Secondly, I ain't got
I got to the point where I tell people until you start going to work with me, I have
it.
to put up with the fuck shit I have to put up with at work. Do not call me expecting, because it wasn't one of my siblings, one of my aunts, my youngest aunt actually, holds more like a sister to me because we grew up in the house together with, and we're not that far apart in age.
Hmm.
She used to call me. She knew my pay period before I did because I might forget. She knew, and I call her. I said, "Hey, baby, let me tell you something. You did not have to go to work with me. You didn't have to put up with these goddamn cheering. You didn't have to
Listen,
put up with these administrators. You didn't have to put up with these fucking parents. Do not call me expecting anything. That's it. That's
hey,
all.
Tracy W. Girl.
Please say hi to Tracy W. Because if y'all don't say hi to Tracy W, she gonna cuss me out, and I ain't did nothing. Y'all know Tracy W. Go, hey Paul. But if y'all don't say hi to Tracy W, let me highlight Tracy W. Because if I don't, she gonna cuss me out, and I ain't even did nothing. Mm. I need to be producing Silly Saturday. I ain't even started. That take a whole long time.
We missing some folks in this chat, ain't we?
Hmm.
Ain't we missing some people in the chat?
I don't know where. It's a couple people. I don't know where Demetria at. I don't know where little baby at. It's certain people I expect to see on the Friday when I drop the link. And I don't see a lot of these people, but it's Friday. People could be busy. You know.
Ah, they went on the cruise. Okay, that's why they went on the cruise.
I know really
That makes
beers
sense.
on the cruise, but I don't know who's all on the cruise. A lot of those people not on the cruise.
I know Cage is on the cruise. I think
Cajun don't come up here like that.
that's true.
But I know some people are on the cruise, yes. But I couldn't do the cruise. I got to go out of town. Um, I got to go out of town Memorial Weekend. Got to go out of town the weekend after Memorial Weekend,
Mm.
and then I got to go out of town the first weekend of June for the awards. So I got a
Oh,
lot
the one
coming up.
in Houston.
See what I got to deal with. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. See what I got to deal with. I ain't even did nothing. But here she go. Mm. Look at Ravine. I expect that from Ravine because she'll do nothing but snitch on me anyway.
Oh,
That's all she do anyway. The only reason I didn't push her down when we was on the cruise because she had her son was down, and he was a lot taller than me, and
yeah.
her son and her daughter probably would have beat me up, so I couldn't really do nothing. But the next cruise, she might not bring her son and her daughter, and then I got you. I got you next cruise, Ravine, because you probably not gonna bring your son and your daughter. Her son is kind of tall.
Oh, baby, you gotta bring your bodyguards on this cruise,
I
child.
still might could take him though. He might be taller than me.
but he tall and skinny. See, I might could take him, but then her daughter. If I try to go after the son, her daughter go jump on me too, and then I just gotta fight two people. That's too much fighting and carrying on. See?
That's a lot of fighting.
Oh,
When
you
y'all can
going
just go to the
solo this
bar and have
time?
drinks.
Oh, I'm gonna get you, Ravine. You wait. Oh, I got you. I got you.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
see, why you tell them that? See, you gotta bring your bodyguard.
Oh, I listen. I got you, Ravine. You wait till we get on this cruise. Now, Tracy W. I don't think Tracy W. coming on the cruise. She ain't gonna come on the cruise with us. She ain't gonna pick. Are you even coming on the field trip, Tracy W? She be talking all this noise in the chat. Are you coming to anything, Tracy W? Cause you gonna have to see me.
Oh, not you called
You
out
gonna have to
Tracy.
come see me. Her son is in his 20s. I think. How old is your son, Ravi? I think her son is in his 20s. He grown. Her son's gonna make some young lady real happy. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I know you gonna see me in August. Yeah, so she got a cute little son. She gonna find him. He probably already got him a little girlfriend. hmm Trying to give Ravine some grandchildren. Now I'm a bully. Now I'm the one who get bullied, and when I reciprocate or when I, defend myself, now I'm the bully. Mm, mm, mm.
Oh, graduated. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got a handsome son. Mm-hmm. I don't want you to be scared because scared people run. That's why we don't want you to be scared. Uncle Jay, I need you to hit the link because I need to ask you a few questions, Uncle Jay. Hit this link. I don't want you to run because I don't want you to be scared because when you're scared, you run. That's what we used to say in high school. Yeah. Don't be scared. Come on, come on, come on. But Ravina, we love her. And sometimes we love Tracy W too. I'm joking, Tracy W. Please don't
Not
think I'm serious.
sometimes.
Because
Oh Lord.
Tracy W. will Tracy W will slam me to the ground. Listen, we love you, Tracy W. I'm joking. Please. Please. Because
Y'all was
Tracy
talking about the
W will
wedding
get you
earlier.
straight now.
Y'all was talking about the wedding earlier. I got a picture of you and one of our other guests having a discussion about the proper way to eat cupcakes.
Were we? Was that at my
Y'all
table?
were no, y'all were standing up by the cupcakes. We had just cut the cake, and y'all was talking about you need to take the top off and then flip it upside down or something like that. I forgot. It was something.
I think she was
It was a whole
teaching me.
discussion.
I think she was teaching me.
I think that's what it was. I gotta ask her. But
And I
everybody
was like,
enjoyed you.
because I was in amazement. I was like, what? Huh?
Yep. Everybody enjoyed your company, like young and old. Everybody enjoyed your company. My mom even enjoyed your company. She was like, "I like
We had a good time even outside when y'all was taking pictures. We had a good time outside on the water
him."
with the bar. hmm
Oh yeah, it actually was really pretty. It turned out really pretty. It was all that morning. It was cloudy. I just knew it was gonna rain.
That thing worked out just perfect. Mm-mm-mm. But then I think I met Terrence's cousin. Terrence, don't you got a cousin
I
that
hear you in the
stayed out
background.
in Atlanta? Or was that your cousin, Janae? One of y'all got a cousin that's a Delta.
Yeah,
She's
that's
dark skinned.
that's my cousin. That's my
Okay.
cousin from just found out. That's my big cousin. I did not know she was older than me.
Yeah, she's a
That's my
Delta.
big
She stay
cousin,
down in I think like close to Riverdale.
McDonough. Yeah, stay
McDonough,
down in
yeah.
McDonough. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's actually her and my mom just got back from uh, her birthday trip. They went to Aruba for her birthday.
Come on, Aruba.
My mom and my nephew. My nephew got more passport stamp. My nephew got more stamps on his passport than any of us. Probably more than all of us put together. They just got back from Cancun.
Wow. I need to go to
Hmm.
Aruba. But if I go that far, that close to South America, I'm going back to Colombia. Listen, Colombia don't owe me nothing.
Never
When I
been.
tell you, I went to Cartagena and a time was had. A time, listen, just with the goddamn exchange rate, I was there 6 days and didn't spend 200 US dollars
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
balled out of my mind like I was a celebrity, balled out of my mind.
Hmm. It's easy to do because we did an exercise called Partnership of Americas, where when we got off the boat,
Oh, I ain't
we
see
were
you back
in.
there, Uncle Jay. I'm sorry.
For 10 hours.
You ain't been down there for no damn 10 hours.
I
Y'all
done
can't hear.
logged out and
Y'all
came
can't hear.
back in.
You should have said something. I ain't see you.
I did. I called your
Thought I heard
ass.
somebody talking. I was
I
like,
ain't hear you. I'm
"Who is?"
sorry.
Like, I'm
I
over
said
here
hello.
because
I
we've
did
had
not
we've
hear
had our
you.
leafy green vegetables already today. So I'm hearing Uncle Jay, and
Not
I'm
the
like,
leafy green vegetables for the day.
I'm like,
I'm
yes,
screaming. You
Jesus.
thought you was hearing stuff. See, that's why you got to stay
I'm
off
like,
that
yes,
stuff.
Jesus. I'm like, I'm going to the upper. I must be getting ready to go to the upper room because this is not supposed
He
to happen right
calling
now.
you. Aya, Aya, Aya.
I sent you a message and told you I heard you when you had said something the first time.
I ain't even see no
I did not
messages.
hear him.
No,
Um,
so what was I talking about?
we was
Oh
talking
yeah, we went to
about them projects y'all
Partnership of
had in
Americas.
Colombia.
Partnership of Americas, right? We get off the boat, we in Peru. Um, we get stuck in Peru for a whole
Hey, Twin
week
Flames, I'm
due to
just
the
drinking a
Air
drink.
Force not being prepared. So we I didn't realize the exchange rate when we hit shore. I didn't realize the exchange rate until we were like on day number two. And I realized I was at full per diem rate in Peru, right? Full per diem rate at the time was like $97 a day
Uh,
just for food, right? Just for food, it was $97 a day. Okay. Now I
You can
want you
ball
to
out of your
take that.
mind with $97 in
I
Colombia.
want you to take that $97
Huh.
mm-hmm.
and multiply that by what was it? Almost four. I think it was like somewhere between $4 and $5 at the exchange rate at the time. So $1 US was uh somewhere between 5 and 6 Peruvian soles. So literally, we was out there like, out of control, out of
Listen,
control. Like, bro, we went to the nicest steakhouse they had. I paid for everybody's food, and I still came home with money from that trip.
when the man told me, "Oh," I said, "Can I get a beer?" The man said, "Oh, that'll be 80 something." I said, "God damn, 80 something dollars." So I'm over there. I forgot I had exchanged my money. So I'm over there peeling through 20s. I'm like, because I'm in my mind, I was like, damn, this better be some good ass beer. So I'm coming through. He was like, no, 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 no. And so he said he showed me the money. I said, oh yeah, I got money. So I gave him like 80. He was like, yes, 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 yes. After I give him the money, he was like, yes. He said, you give me $10, you give no more. I gave that young man $10. I for the next 5 hours, whatever I wanted,
Hmm.
top shelf, bottom shelf, beer, whatever. I I gave the man $10. That was it for the rest of the night.
Hmm.
For the rest of the night, he was like, my friend. I was like, yes. He was like, what do you want? And I said that, and I said, my friend here. He said, yes, your friend.
Listen, listen. In them
I'll
places
be
down
going
south.
to Cartagena in October for my
That's where I was. I
birthday.
went to Cartagena.
Yeah, that's where I'm going for my birthday in October.
Oh, you gonna have a time. Oh,
Yes.
the men will be there. Prepare
Well,
yourself.
I can't do too much. I'm gonna be with my man.
Thank God I ain't take sand to the beach. Thank God.
You said it before I did.
Yeah. Sand, sand comes with green, so
I got my own green. I don't need. Hey, even though somebody trying to become sand over here,
I
I
heard,
don't.
I heard, honey.
Oh, child,
So
child,
what is we doing,
child, I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for this, honey. Lord.
child? It just crept up on me. Yes, Uncle Jay is a Libra. October 5th.
Mm. Now, what is the cutoff for Libras? My best friend is a Libra because his birthday is October 12th. But my child,
October 22nd.
one of my youngest child, gay child, I call him a Scorpio. He says he's a Libra. His birthday is October 22nd.
Yeah, October 22nd is the cutoff date. Is the last day of Libra.
He act like a Scorpio. I'm telling you, he act like a Scorpio.
Yeah, because he's more of a Scorpio than he is a Libra.
I'm just telling you, he act like a straight Scorpio. Straight, cause me and Libras, I don't even know how me and my best friend, I have been best friends so long. Cause Capricorns and Libras usually don't connect like that, but we do. But
Capricorns and Libras are the same person, but inside out.
what does that mean?
Like,
No, wait, I just read that Janae thing says shout out to Black Planet. You going back 20 years, dear God. 20, 25 years. Black Planet, that's 25 years ago. Black
child, shout
Planet.
out to me being 10 years old in them group chats on Black
No,
Planet trying to find me a
God.
man.
That means you was over there in the BTC forums.
Oh,
Um,
honey, I was in college in the
now, I'm
in
gonna
the
test
wave
your
of
age.
BGC.
Do you remember the BGC? Because before there was the regular blue, people know BGC being the blue. But if you was there with the early days of BGC, it was brown. The page was brown. And then it morphed into the blue page and got all of the forums and stuff like that. Now that
No,
goes back to
I was
years
on
of,
I was on the blue page. Probably when BGC was brown, I was in them AOL and Yahoo chats
oh,
trying to
AOL College Club,
talking to an old man.
AOL Messenger College Club.
Hmm.
College Club was the first messenger service I ever was on. And trade was on there heavy back in the early to like 2000, 2001, 2002. You ain't want it. Mm-mm. You ain't want it.
Child,
You pulled all the trade back there. Hmm.
the way I could have been on the back of somebody's milk carton cereal box.
The way
Ooh, what Juanita
that is
Bottom
the
sister say?
problem.
Get me out, Jesus! Get
Being grown and fast. Being grown and fast. In fact,
me
you remember College Club? You got to be of a certain age to remember College Club, baby. Baby, listen.
out. Mm.
Now, College Club, because in undergrad, my major was sports medicine. So I worked with basketball, track, football, baseball. But my main sports were track and basketball. And so
Mm.
I remember I on College Club is how I had to ran through the track team. Let's be clear. The track team was easy. The track team is easy. If you want
No pun intended.
easy, all
You
puns
ran through
intended.
the track team.
Ran
Very
through them,
easy.
all puns intended. The track
And
team
they
was
all
easy.
poems.
Easy. The track team, that's the listen. That's when when you get them early and you think they trade and then you find out that they not.
Yeah,
They
they
was easy.
girls.
It was easy. Even though it was one that I never got. Ooh, and when I first got on the quick story. So my first day, because it takes you a couple years before they start letting you do stuff with the athletes. You got to take all your prerequisites and courses and stuff like that. So I'm a junior. It's summer after my sophomore year. I done did all my prerequisites. I'm good enough. I'm starting with my first team with the track team, right? So trainers, when track team before the track team go on the field to start doing practice, they got to do warm ups and rub downs, and we got to stretch them,
Yes.
massage them, and all of that. So I'm over there. First day, I get at every school have the star 100-meter dash, guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a celebrity. We had
Hmm.
him. I know his name. I see his face.
Yep, fastest man on campus.
Fastest man on campus. Everybody know him. In most cases, he fine as hell. Got every
Hmm.
woman in the world chiseled out of granite. It's like, oh my God. So lo and behold, I get in the room. He came like because everybody kind of had their athletes that the ones that they always usually work with, right? So he comes in late. So I guess the person that usually does him was already doing somebody else. And so, because he came in late, I didn't have anybody at the time. So he was like, all right, come on. He was like, all right, come on, come on, come on. So I need to get out there. So I start doing what I do, eh, by the book, everything I'm supposed to do. So we get
Filling
to
up
the
on
point.
me.
We get to the point, right? Where one of the you learn one of the massage you have to do inner thigh, like in the crease of the leg and the inner thigh.
Hmm.
So now the man is a walking orgasm, let's be clear. So I get to that point and I kind of hesitate. So he was like, you must be new, huh? He's like, listen, I ain't got this type of time. I got to get out there. He grabs my hand, puts it on his dick, and balls
Ah,
and say, hey, this is a dick and it's balls. You got one, right? You ever felt one before? This is what mine feel like. It's probably bigger than yours. All right. Now you see what it feel like. Can you carry this along so I can get out there?
oh, bitch, I am
That
gagged.
was my first
He
interaction.
straight gave you the sweet, put it in your hand, looked you dead in your face, and said, "Hey, man, this is what you want, right? So here's the whole dick and balls. Feel it on up. All right, cool. Now get me on this goddamn field."
He like, now go ahead and
And
do
we'll
what you
get
need to
back to
do
you
because I need
sucking
to
it
get out
later.
here. That was my first. Oh
Funny
my
enough,
God.
El Teddy, you want to hear funny?
Listen.
You want to hear a funny coincidence? Check
Hmm.
this out. I was studying sports medicine my senior year in high school, and that was gonna be my major before I went in the Marine Corps.
Hmm. Listen.
Wow.
I never, from that day on, I never had a problem. Like, he was the finest thing out there. You know what I'm saying? So after that,
Yes.
I never even thought about it. Like, it was like, because my friends knew what I did. So, all my gay friends, they'd be like, how you do it? I'd be like, I don't even think about it no more. It was just, it was work, damn near. So I had to
He
think
Yeah,
about
broke
it.
the
at that
My
point, it's
ice.
first
work.
He broke the ice.
He broke the ice. I needed that, but I was so
Yeah.
glad that he did that. Like broke the ice. Like he grabbed my hand. Here, that's my dick. That's my ball. See what it feel like? It's probably bigger than yours, but
I mean, well, how big was it?
it
The
wasn't
people
small.
want to
No, I ain't
know.
gonna. I ain't gonna hold you. It wasn't small. I ain't gonna hold you. But the point that I'm making was, so I ran through the track team, right? So I didn't get down to running through the basketball because I was a trainer for the basketball team, so I knew them, but until college club. Now basketball team had real trade. They weren't play, but they were
Hmm.
real trade. Baby, listen, I was on college club back in the day. And College Club, you can send those message. This and College Club actually came out with their instant messenger service before AOL did. And so you could just message people. You set up your profile and you could do like a private message or instant message between just you and them. Listen, I got one. He played the three on our he was a backup three, but he played the three on our basketball team. One good time. After that, everything was referrals. Yeah, go. This who you need to see. Go knock on the door. He would call me, say, I can I send my dog over there? Go ahead, tell them to not like this. This at my apartment though. After that, I ain't even have to be on that no more. I just had referrals. Praise God.
Not you was
I
sought
was in
after to do
college.
the rub downs.
Listen, I was
Bro,
in college. It's,
you had just, they was just hand delivering meat to you. Somebody else put it. Yeah, Miss Shorty P put it in there.
it
Hand
was all
delivered.
referrals. It was all referrals. Just all referrals. I listen. College
Check
college
his Yelp
club was
reviews.
pre Facebook. It was. It was before Facebook and it was before what was before Facebook? What was the one before with the man Tom? What was the one with the man?
MySpace.
MySpace. It was before MySpace and before Facebook. It was before Black Planet. College Club was way early on.
And not you
Like
had Yelp reviews before there was Yelp reviews.
I don't know about that, but I had referral. They were like, "Yeah, that's what you need over there." Shit, I ran
Go
through.
not like this.
I ran through half
And
the
then
queues. You did.
did you get paid?
No, I was in college. It was all about. But let me tell you something. Back in the day, it wasn't like it is now, right? Where there's just people are open and free and stuff. So it was the hunt, the chase, being able to get trade back in the day was a thing. That was all of the currency you needed. Having somebody on your resume be like, yeah, I had that.
You're right.
And
Yes.
then, when you're a man in his early 20s, like your dick never goes soft. Like you literally need to have sex like 2 or 3 times a day sometimes. In your early 20s, like that's a real thing. Like you really need to have.
Yeah, you sport fucking at that point in time.
You are.
You
You
fucking
I
for
mean,
sport at that
you
point.
never even go soft in your early 20s. Like it's just like a thing. Like you just constantly, infused with all of these hormones and testosterone. Like it's a whole thing.
In your 20s is when you create the most amount of stalkers if you slinging dick the right way.
Hmm.
You will literally have somebody knocking on your door
Which
talking
I
about
did.
just out of nowhere knocking on your door talking about I thought we was together. Is that
I
what you
don't
did
know if it
before,
was I
bro?
thought we was together, but they would knock on my door 2 times. One of them would knock on my door 2 times a week. Oh, I remember him. He was a Q. He was SGA president. He was a QFAMU. He was SGA president, and every girl wanted him, but he wanted me. And baby, listen, the way he used to knock on my door 2 times, sometimes 3 times a week, and my roommate used to be like, "E, you know who that is? I know." And it was like a chore. He got mad when he found out that I had been with like 5 of his chapter members, 2 of his line brothers, and then 3 other members of his chapters. Because the Qs think that they ain't got nobody that's about that life, and they got more than a little bit of people that's about that life. But whatever,
And this is why they say Qs are undercover gay men.
they are.
Makes sense now.
They try to
Oh,
put
that
that.
goddamn barking trying to cover that shit up. Well, yeah.
I mean, these are the same ones that have whole strolls where they have their ass out and shit.
Uh,
But then there's that.
I'll say this. It reminds me of the military. The military is the most homoerotic, homophobic experience I've ever had in my life. It just was. Like dudes damn near kissing each other just to prove they're not gay. It's like, wait, how, huh? Like, I'll kiss another dude to prove I don't like it. Wait, what?
Like, how does that work?
Like, hey man, listen, if you want to kiss dudes, just say you want to kiss dudes. Don't try to trick us. But it was donut. Like I was in the Marine Corps during the tail end of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And right before I got out, they didn't care anymore. Like right as I was getting out, the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy went away, and you were allowed to be openly gay in the military.
See, Ravine know what I'm talking about. They got whole strolls.
Mm-mm-mm.
She know I ain't lying. I done seen it. Chat. Loud.
Boot camp story. At boot camp, none of us are getting an erection at boot camp. It's just not a thing that happens. One kid came, like, when we did the shower, when you ran the showers, normally it was one side goes in, the other side is doing something else, and then you switch. Well, this kid came haul acid out of the shower. I was like, what the fuck is wrong? Oh, what the fuck? Full on erection. Came running out the damn shower. You were like, don't see that every day. And he graduated boot camp, no problems. If he stayed his whole 20, he's retired by now.
Wow.
But
I
that was the
just would
wildest shit
think
I had
that
ever seen.
if I got to spend that many weeks in in one place, like I figure somebody done rubbed one out and squeezed one out at some point.
I don't know how or when or where because you are literally at Marine. I know for me at Marine Corps boot camp, there wasn't, there was very few and far in between times where it was just me ever anywhere by myself.
The way I would have took me some toilet paper and took it to my bed, and y'all, everybody would have been asleep.
The
Y'all
way them
wouldn't
rack
even.
shape,
Y'all
not
wouldn't
the way
know.
them, not the way them rack shape. Your rack mate definitely would have felt everything move around.
Oh well, he would have had to feel it. I don't know what you mad about. Get it how you live. I got to get this
But
out.
that was that was the one wild thing that happened at boot camp. It, to this day, makes me go, I don't even know how the hell you were even able. Because allegedly at boot camp at that time, they were putting something in our food that wouldn't allow it.
Oh wow.
Allegedly is why the reason I say that is
I
because
think they
nobody's ever
said that
proven it.
on what was the show
We
that
talking about
came out
bathhouses?
recently?
Is that what I heard?
Hmm? You talk about who? What now?
What was the show that just recently came out on Netflix?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That saltpeter shit that they were talking about in that show.
Yeah, I think they talked about it on there where they said you can't get hard.
Yeah, like they like, and not only that, I wasn't. You didn't have time to think about nothing that would actually allow that to happen.
I mean, if you gay and you run a whole bunch of men doing a whole lot of masculine shit, push ups and sweating and
Who
shit,
couldn't get hard?
the pheromones and
At boot
stuff.
camp, you weren't thinking about this. Like, I okay, I
You
won't
were
say
not because
I
you
wasn't
are
thinking about
attracted
it.
to the women's is, but for a
Yep,
whole
I
ass
love
gay
women,
man,
but like,
Child, that's going to boot camp is going to the best sleepover ever.
I'm trying to tell you, trying to tell you what I know.
Honey,
Everybody out there,
me in a group
all
full of me in a group in a room full of heavy testosterone driven men
all doing push ups and all kinds of shit, muscles all
working out and
glistening
shit.
with sweaty and muscles all glistening in the sun and
Whew,
shit,
I'm
What
bobbing
running
was
right
the show
around,
now.
again, Uncle?
taking showers and shit, dicks and balls flopping all over the
Just
place.
swinging everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Telling
then
you what
y'all
I
would have
know.
enjoyed. Then y'all would have
Ooh,
enjoyed
woo.
boot camp If y'all would have enjoyed boot camp where I went, because
Oh
Parris
yeah.
Island, South Carolina, one, the shower, like I said, the showers, it was like a shower room. Like you had like 14
Uh-huh.
shower heads, and
Mm-hmm.
you walk through that bitch,
Uh-huh.
shower, walk back out that hoe.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
And
fucking
you
when
see
you
it
go to
all
take a shit,
glory.
when you go to take a
Yes.
shit, you are literally sitting down, and you can literally look to your left and to your right and look the person. Yeah, you can literally touch your neighbor. There are no doors,
And I'm
and
gonna
there's
reach
half
out and
walls.
touch
Reach out and touch.
somebody's dick.
Mm. I mean, you taking a shower,
Y'all
you see
are
all
a
glory.
fucking
Make
mess.
this world a better
Hey, cause Uncle Jay,
place.
you know what we gonna do? We sizing everybody up. Okay, his dick real
Okay.
big on Saul. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
his dick real
Mm-hmm.
small on Saul. I wonder if he a grower. Oh, he's definitely a shower.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Trying to tell you what I
Fucking
know.
screaming over
And
here.
then I'm gonna talk to you a little bit, and I'm gonna feel you out and see where we can take these things.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh. Ciao.
But my first joke gonna be, damn, you taking longer to wash
No, I was at
your. I no, oh no, watch this, Terrence. My first joke gonna be, damn, I noticed you take longer to wash your shit than everybody else. Everybody else take 30 seconds. You be over there 3 or 4 minutes. You getting off or something?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna laugh, and that's my dick. That's my gateway right there.
That's it right there. Because as soon as
That's
they
it right there.
laugh, you
Soon as you
got them.
laugh, oh, it's over.
Got you. I
It's
got you
over.
right now.
It's
Mm-hmm.
over
no, I
right
was
there.
at Miss
Molly,
Flames.
you
I
in
was
danger,
at
girl.
Parris Island, South Carolina, not Fort Jackson.
That's where they go on the yellow footprints. All Marines know
Yeah,
about the yellow footprints.
yeah, and San Diego's our other boot camp, but we don't really talk about them.
They
We
don't
don't
have the
really
yellow
talk.
footprints over there.
No, they got yellow footprints.
Oh,
They got they think that okay. So there's a constant battle between East Coast Marines and West Coast Marines. Who had the harder boot camp?
everybody I know was at Paris Island. Everybody who was a Marine that I've ever met in my life. Now I don't know if they lying or not, but everybody who I've ever met as a Marine always said they was in Paris Island, and at some point they was in Jacksonville, North Carolina. At some point.
So Paris Island is in South Carolina. That's Marine Corps. That's the East Coast Marine Corps Recruit Depot.
Now listen,
Boot camp.
I done been to Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I
Listen,
know
El
Uncle Jay
Teddy,
I'm
probably have
sorry.
too.
I
I'm
Did
was
so
you
about to
ever
sorry
tell
you
go
had
you.
through
to.
I was about to
Jacksonville,
tell you
North
about that
Carolina?
Jacksonville, North Carolina.
I'm so sorry that either one of
Don't
y'all
owe me
had the
nothing.
experience. I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. I'm so sorry that either one of y'all had to experience Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Oh,
Don't
don't
be
be sorry
sorry.
for
Nobody
us.
should.
Oh, you
Don't
don't
be
got to
sorry
be
for
sorry.
us.
Are y'all about to
Oh,
tell me something I didn't know about
We
Jacksonville,
ain't
South, North
we ain't
Carolina?
sorry.
we ain't at
Okay,
all.
go ahead. Well, tell me what my Marine brethren were doing, because
A
this is gonna be
great
good.
time has
Okay.
always been had in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
And he
Baby,
is
listen. Tuh, tuh.
uh
Listen.
It's
I
like, wait a
had
minute, wait, for real,
I
because
had a motherfucker that was
I'm learning something right
I
now.
had a motherfucker
Jackson.
that was an E9 and go tell me, man, motherfuckers will kill you if they knew you was over here with an E9 right now. They wouldn't do a fuck thing, but what you doing?
do you not know Jacksonville is Hall Central?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I didn't.
Jacksonville,
Okay, so
listen.
let me rephrase that. I knew it was whole central for the heterosexual community. I did not
Oh,
know it was whole
If
central
you
for
think the
the.
what?
straights is getting down, what make you think the punks is
Right,
doing?
No,
right.
I didn't. No, not even that. It's because for me, it being
Now,
a military
no,
town,
let me help you out.
there's a bunch of strip clubs everywhere, and you
Let me
don't
help you out.
see.
Let me help you out.
Uh, yeah,
They
yeah.
will leave the strip club, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been with men that will do this. They'll leave
Mm-hmm.
the strip club with a woman, meet
Mm-hmm.
you in the hotel room,
Mm-hmm.
send that woman on her way, and
Mm-hmm.
and we finish getting it down.
And okay,
Hey
talk about
yo,
it. Talk about
I'm
it.
just telling you what I know,
hey.
and that's happened
Telling you what from
almost
experience.
every
Because
single
no,
occasion that
no,
I've had, and with the exception of about 3 or 4 in Jacksonville, North
because
Carolina. They
okay,
come
Janae,
there with some chick. They gonna pay that chick a little extra. They gonna be like, all right, here's a little extra. You can go
Mm-hmm.
on. They give her hers, and we go
Bye.
ahead and and my line, Uncle Jay.
You ain't.
okay, so the Janae is sitting over here like how come you can't believe that they was getting down like that when we know for a fact the straights were getting down like that? And I'm like, because I wasn't locked into that side of the community.
Listen,
Like I
Well,
didn't
listen
have a
here,
bunch of
Terrence. You
friends who
listen here,
I didn't have a
Terrence.
bunch of friends who
No,
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 I get the
no,
fucking is
no,
fucking
no.
nene, but
It's
what
the
I'm saying is
ones.
that
No, it was the
yeah.
ones that you say are straight.
right?
That's the
Uh-huh.
ones that was getting down.
That was the ones that
Oh
was getting
no, and
down.
I get and here's the thing. As a 45-year-old man who's lived life a little bit and is not that 22-year-old who was
Thank you, Big Ant.
in Jacksonville, North Carolina. No, I get that now. And I get that that's how this gets down. Like I could it's just it's shocking for 45-year-old me to realize like, damn, dude, all of this was happening in the background and you missed all of it.
Here's
You
the
weren't
deal.
supposed to see it.
Here's the deal, Terrence. Don't ask, don't tell was for
Yeah.
the fem girls or the
Mm-hmm.
girls that were clockable.
Mm-hmm.
That was only about 10% of the military gays. The other
You know what?
90% of the military gays were not clockable. You
Yeah.
would never have known. They
You
might
would
even
never
have a
know.
wife.
So this
Because you know
so
the military makes it, if you get a wife, you get more money and incentives and all of that. That's why they try
oh
to
yeah,
pull
That's
back
why they
on
was
that.
I knew
getting
we had
married.
So they
I
would
knew
get
about
married
contract
and have
marriages.
children.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm. You
I
know
knew
how
about
many happy
contract
homes I
marriages.
done, dived into? I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. So what y'all just told me lines up with a story that we were told, and then what I witnessed when I went back to North Carolina to go to school for the second time.
And
So the go ahead.
I'm gonna help you even further. The higher they are in rank, the
Mm-hmm.
more apt they are to be a part of the Rainbow Coalition
And
compound.
and the nastier they are.
Yes. The
That
higher they are in rank, bruh,
listen,
those are
we
the
was
main ones.
And don't let
you
them
know
have a
what?
wife and 4 kids.
Hmm.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you
Them the
this,
ones
right?
breaking your
The
damn
story,
bed.
the the story that I heard, the first story that I heard about being a student in North Carolina was, hey, listen, a lot of y'all are gonna be out here trying to go to these strip clubs, trying to get, trying to get some, trying to get some ass, trying to do
Mm-hmm.
this, that, and the third. Y'all gonna be out here trying to do the absolute most. Do not, under any circumstances, go back to any of these damn trailers in these damn woods. They are not what you're looking for. My first time down there, nothing happened. None of the students, none of my class got in trouble. Right. My second time down at the schoolhouse, that class was a bunch of assholes, and I stayed in front of my sergeant major so much that he knew me by first name. And that, for those of us who are prior service, we know that's not a good thing. So, one of my guys said, "Hey, man, my car broke down." I said, "Well, where are you?" He dropped a pin. He's in the middle of the woods. I'm like, "Are you at a fucking trailer in the middle of the woods?" He said, "Yes, Corporal, that's exactly where I'm at." I said, "Okay, I'm not happy about this, but I'm going to come get you." I go to get him. He's inside this trailer, standing up in front of a hole in the wall.
Hmm.
It was a glory hole trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped, me being nosy me. I'm like, well, let's see what's happening on the other side of this trailer. There
Mm.
was a dude down there with a fucking whole handlebar mustache.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, bro, you might want to wrap that up, and then you're gonna throw up when you get in my car. So just hang your head out the window.
Don't throw up
And
now.
Mm-mm.
oh yeah, yo, yeah. But
Don't
when I
try to
told
throw
him
up now.
that's
He was throwing up just to put up for you. That
he might
motherfucker
have
knew what he
been.
was getting into when he went to that motherfucking glory hole.
He
Let's be
might
clear.
have, knowing what I know now at 45 years old versus everything, every assumption that I had or a thing that was put in my face at the time, as far as what was going on in the actual world. Yeah, none of that lines up with what's actually happening in the world and what's actually happened in the world. So,
Listen,
so
my
for me to
brother,
hear this story versus what I saw versus another story I was told, all of this shit lines up, and I'm like, oh damn, this I missed a whole lot. There was a whole section of New River Marine Corps Air Station and Camp Lejeune that I was unaware of.
my brother is, my brother's Navy. My brother
Mhm.
said, listen, Navy is the gayest thing in the world, right?
Oh
Navy.
yeah.
But My brother said, but the reason that we're so gay is because we have to let the Marines on our ships. And he told me that point blank. He said they call us all the names in the world, but we're only that gay because we have to let the Marines in on our ships and stuff. And he said, listen, he said, I always felt out of place when the Marines came in and the shit that they would try to do in the, on the ships and stuff. He said, yeah, I had to tell them motherfuckers get the fuck away from me because I ain't with that shit.
Oh yeah, like I said, I was in the most. That was like I've literally walked in and seen two dudes damn near kissing in front of me, and I'm like, y'all gonna kiss or y'all gonna you gonna get out of his lap? What the hell is happening right now? And we all laugh it off, and we all just it's a joke. It's the running joke. Okay,
You
we
interrupted a
think
good
these two are
time. They
sleeping
was about
together,
to have a good time.
right? Like I see, like I'm sitting here now, and I'm thinking about two of the
Uncle
guys
Jay, you
that
see he
I
cock blocking,
served
right?
with. I'm sitting here thinking about two of the guys I served with, and I'm like, damn, y'all two was always together. Like now I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, damn, y'all two was always together. Like,
He
like
was cock
you, like
blocking,
even when
Uncle
we put
Uncle Jay.
y'all,
You see he was cock
even
blocking,
when
right?
y'all was on different shifts, y'all always was to get. Okay, now like some things are starting to click in the some things are starting to click into place. Y'all two have known each other since high school. Y'all joined the Marines together. Y'all got stationed together. Come to find out, these two have been dating the entire time.
Listen, one of my good Judies, I know, blew the back out of a commanding officer
That don't surprise me.
in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Again, that don't surprise me.
At the time, I was repulsed because Duke was white, so I was like, "You can keep that shit over there. I don't want no
Okay,
problem
and
with that shit."
that right there tells me exactly what he was an infantry. He was probably an infantry officer. So
But he
no,
was
that
one
don't
of the
surprise me at
commanding
all.
officers in Jacksonville. He was white. I looked at my good Judy. I said, "You finna take that down?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm finna take this down. Go on, keep that over there. 'Cause, I don't want no parts, no white people."
Listen, listen. When you think of all right, so think about like ancient history, right? When you talk about the Greeks and the Romans and shit, right? The most homoerotic cultures
It was military.
that right. When these guys, you think about it, these guys are going out to the field
Now,
at
Uncle
that point in
Jay,
time. They were going out to the field like 2 and 3 months at a time. What'd you think was
Uncle,
going to happen?
Uncle Jay, let me ask you this, because Jacksonville got all the Marine people. Have you ever been through Savannah, Georgia, or Augusta, Georgia? Any of that area where all them Army motherfuckers are? I ain't gonna hold you. Now you talk about getting down. As bad as Jacksonville, North Carolina is, Savannah, Georgia, and Augusta, Georgia, and it's a small little town called Ludowici, Georgia. At first I thought it was called Little Whistle because when the people used to say it, it sounded like they were saying Little Whistle, but it's Ludowici, Georgia. It's a whole lot of Army motherfuckers in that area. Southeast Georgia. When I tell you the things that happen out in them cornfields and out there in the farmlands, isn't that it? Tuh, yeah. Also, over in Killeen, Texas, near Fort Hood. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I know all about it. In Killeen, Texas, near Fort Hood, and I think that isn't that like the biggest
Yeah.
military base in the country.
It, did they change the name back to Fort Hood?
Well, I don't know if they changed it back to Fort Hood. I don't know if they did, but I know it's Fort Hood to me because that's all I know it to
I
be. It's Fort
mean, it is
Hood.
a hood ass fort.
But I think hell, they even had this story a couple years back with the lady that ended up
Mm-hmm.
mysteriously dying after
Mm-hmm.
she reported that she was getting sexually assaulted on a regular. Like
Yeah.
all they got
Like
is testosterone flowing through that area. Everybody getting some, every hole getting filled. They're about
listen,
the business of dipping
do you
spoons
know
in the sugar bowls.
do you know how many commanders at that base got fired, have been fired, and are in the process of being fired from that base for lack of institutional control because that shit keeps happening.
Too many people. That shit is too big.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many fucking people. Too many people. Too many people in their 20s, horny as hell, all kinds of hormones. That's a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I'm just
It has
saying.
never it has never not been a recipe for disaster. That's for damn sure.
A recipe for damn disaster. Goddamn. But yeah, Jacksonville, North Carolina, yeah, don't owe me nothing. Mm-mm. I mean, I had more fun in Jacksonville, North Carolina than I had in Jacksonville, Florida. And there's a lot of men's is in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida got all the Navy men. They're all in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, if you want to get with the Navy men, it's either Norfolk or Jacksonville, Florida. Those are two Navy areas that I know. Norfolk and Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, because people know Norfolk for having a big Navy base, but Jacksonville has a Navy base almost as the same size as Norfolk, and they be up in there. And they'll take you through there. Oh wow! See, the good Lord knew what He was doing, not letting me be in the military. It couldn't. It would have been a problem. It would have been a problem. It would have been a whole ass problem. If I was in the military, oh dear God, it would have been a problem. Well, I say that now. I've navigated through multiple fraternities, several fraternal organizations with a whole bunch of straight men, and it ain't a problem with them. So I guess it wouldn't be a problem. Well, who knows? Hell, I'm not in the military, but I done ran through them. All branches.
Listen,
All branches. Well, I did have a Coast Guard person. Ooh. Oh, I did. Multiple times. Even though I used to pick at him and say, "You're technically not in the military. You know, you're a Coast Guard. You're not in the military."
they I worked with a guy who was prior Coast Guard, and I would tell him he's Department of Transportation.
Right.
He would get so mad because they technically at the time they were Department of Transportation. They're not
They've
under the
never been
Department
under
of
the
Defense.
Department of Defense.
DHS now. They're not they're only under Department of Defense during time of war. And that has to come down from the president, I believe.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but ooh, that's a fine motherfucker. That motherfucker can show. Oh Jesus, God. Let me be quiet. Anyway, but yeah, I did have a Coast Guard person. I damn sure had. Um, well, it wasn't Space Force back then. He was just in NASA. There was no Space Force back then. He was in NASA though. But he came out the Air Force and then went to NASA. And then I had several Air Force. The Army ain't nothing but whores. You know how
That's
the
on the
Army?
straight side too.
Somebody say whore. Is the Army the one who say whore? Somebody say that, and I'll be like, y'all saying whores.
Yeah, the Army says who which yeah.
I'll be like, y'all saying whores, because that's all y'all is in the Army. The Navy is all the girls. So I already know about them, honey. The Marines, they remind me of the Qs, because they try to act like they so hard and they not about that life, and they be the main ones that's about that life. The main one. I think that's all the military I'd have had. Yeah. That's all of them. That's a shame, L. Teddy. You done been through all of the military. That's a goddamn shame.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Mm, mm, mm. Oh. Speaking of Marines, I just asked somebody last month. Um, and his fiance came right up to me afterwards, like, "Oh, I love my fiance so great. He's such a great friend of mine." Mm. And he was bamming on my hotel room door last night too. I ain't tell her that, but man,
Oh wow.
I'm saying he was bamming on the door, talk about how he wanted his back blown out.
Oh wow.
And she's former military too. She's a Marine too, as well. He's former Marine. She's former Marine, and she hardcore. She real hardcore. She be like, she be when chicks look at him too hard, she be ready to fuck a bitch up. Matter of fact, we were doing an event and we had a dunk tank. So some of us had to get in the dunk tank, and he was one of the people that had to get in the dunk tank. She would not let him get in the dunk tank unless he wore jean shorts because she was like, I don't need all these chicks looking at your dick. Needless to say, she don't know he was. Let me be quiet. I mean, it was a lot to look at now. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit was like a whole leg. But anyway, the chicks ain't what she needed to be worried about. Mm.
And Freddie Mama, yeah, I have mine is scheduled for next week. That's like my third or fourth one. So
Hell, I need a mental evaluation, and I ain't never even. I just got banged by military people or banged them. I need a mental evaluation for having to deal with the fuckers. For having going through Jacksonville, North Carolina, I need a mental evaluation. Man, Lord.
no, like it
Thank you. You're welcome, Cindy, because somebody do have to take care of the servicemen. Somebody do, because they have ugly needs. Thank you to all of those that service the servicemen, because they have ugly needs. We need to satisfy their
You're
ugly
welcome.
needs to keep the military going. If it wasn't for people satisfying the ugly needs of the military was shut down.
you, I mean, yeah, it, sa- true facts.
I mean, between Germany and Japan, there's a reason there's so many biracial children in this in America. Between Germany,
Mhm.
Japan, and you know several other places, there's a whole that's why we have so many biracial children here in America. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm sorry. You know, it's Friday. Everybody and their mama want to call you at the end of the day.
Hmm.
You said you
I
had some
know.
questions for me.
Now I forgot my goddamn questions. Oh, I might be your way, Uncle Jay.
Oh,
I,
when?
I got to come to. Am I coming to Raleigh or Charlotte? One of the two. In July, late July, I got to come to either Raleigh. I gotta remember it's either Raleigh or Charlotte.
Um, like you talking about like the last week in July?
This it's like 2 weeks before the field trip, so it's 2 weeks before. I think it's the 24th, the weekend of the 23rd or 24th or something like that.
Okay. You know, I live in Raleigh, so you know I will be in the area.
I'll let you know. While I'm there, I got to stop by Gastonia because DeBay, my ex, stays
Hmm.
in Gastonia.
You
And
driving or flying?
I'm driving.
Oh, okay. Because you
Um,
gonna come through Well, you gonna pass Gastonia
right to
on your
get.
way.
And there's
Yeah.
no way I pass by Gastonia and don't get my hands on the Louisville Slugger because
Um.
that's a baseball bat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um. Is he accepting new team members?
Probably you can call him. Hmm.
Oh, okay,
Just
okay.
know you gonna be there for hours. Now he ain't no hit and quit list.
That's all right. You know,
The
it's
longest
very
sex
it's
I've
very
ever
few that I'm
had
willing
was
to sit long hours
the
for.
longest sex I've ever had was with him,
Oh,
and that was from 11:15 to around. It was after 5:45 because 5:48 was the last time I saw
in the
before.
morning.
Yes, in the morning before
Whew.
it finally erupted. Hmm.
Now I'm gonna be real with you.
And I didn't even know my walls could hold up that long, but they did. And
I'm
that's a
gonna
whole
be
baseball bat.
I'm gonna
Like
be honest with you.
holding this cup is like holding this circumference, okay? And you see my hands ain't going all the way around, God of mercy.
Well, honey, I have been training for that for a very long time.
Child.
But um, is it me?
You live near
But
Raleigh Twin Flames? Shall I'll let you, honey.
um,
I'll let you know.
I just be it kind of messes with your ego a little bit. These long sessions types, simply because you be like, is it that you can't, or you just won't, or is this how it is? You get what I'm saying?
You mean last that long?
Yeah.
It depends on the person. Some people, like if you got feelings for them like that, you'll do all you need to do. Other people, you be like, baby, hurry up. Hurry up. I ain't got this type of time. Uh,
Right.
We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time, okay?
We here for a good time.
Not a long time. Baby, we ain't got this type of time. Hurry this shit up. Hurry it up.
I don't mind it being long, you know, at times, depending on the person. It just depends on the person.
Uh and this is for all men. Men, if she telling you to hurry up,
I mean, you're
that's
doing too much.
because she ain't feeling you like that.
Hmm.
But if she feeling you like that, she'll let you go longer than she thought she would. She'll let you go longer.
Now, I did have a guy on my roster where we hunched for 4 hours straight.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time. And every time after that, um, he was long like that. And you know, I was eating, you know. It's one thing my mama ain't raised a bitch.
I know that's right.
So so we gonna eat. We gonna take it. Um, yeah. It was it was cool. I enjoyed it, but that's not one that you can do all the time.
Well,
You
the
can't do them types all
debate
the time.
as he was debate, he was no less than an hour and a half. That ain't even foreplay. That's just clapping. That was the shortest amount of time. Hey, little baby,
I don't mind. You know, as long as the stroke is good, the
Why
poundage
do
is
I wake
good.
up?
gotta have a good stroke. You gotta be hips, not back. You know,
That
motherfuckers that don't know
yes.
what they doing, they be all back and no hips. Like, what are you
Hmm.
doing?
I need you to,
Why
and you
do
know,
I
I'm
wake
the
up
type.
to y'all freak
I
hoe
need you to
stories?
pound this, like pound it. I
Little
need you to
baby,
get
you
in
said,
there.
why did you wake up to this? You missed our
Freak,
whole
just freak
conversation
hoe
on
stories
Jacksonville, North
galore.
Carolina.
Freak hoe story time.
It's freaking story time.
Oh,
Freak
you missed the
hoes,
Like I
military
need you
freak
to
freak
hoe
pound it.
hoes.
stories.
Bounce your ass,
Like,
let your knees touch your elbows. Freak hoe. Man,
okay,
I was in college when that song came out. Holy shit.
excuse me.
Mm. Freak
I'm like,
hoes.
don't
Freak
stop.
hoes. Bounce your ass, let your knees touch
They
your
they
elbows.
they told me about Jacksonville, North Carolina stories that I had no idea this was happening while I was stationed down there at all.
It was going down.
Hi,
Okay,
Tracy.
and still going down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%, no doubt.
And Terrence,
Hell,
I know I was there when it was going down, and you were still in that area.
what year were you there?
The first time I went to Jacksonville, North Carolina, was in 2000. I had
Okay.
just turned 21. Now my
Damn.
first time there.
When did you leave
And you
Jacksonville, North
ran through the
Carolina?
city
I
in
was
what,
not
three
living
months?
there. I went there with a friend
Oh, okay. Okay.
who said, "Oh, we going to get the military trade in North Carolina," because we were going on a trip to Charlotte, and they were like,
I
we
wasn't in
finna
J
steal
Vegas yet.
away for a day and go to Jacksonville," and
So
we
a
did.
whole so a whole day you ran through the city, or the city ran
The
through
city
you
ran through him.
Right, did.
Listen, I wasn't.
in a
So
whole day.
when you
That's
were
how
in
you do it.
Jacksonville, North Carolina, I was still in Virginia waiting to go to boot camp, and then
Oh,
nine
don't
11
worry.
happened.
I went multiple times for the
Oh,
next several years. Let's be clear. That was the
oh,
first time.
I was in Jacksonville from 2001 to 2002.
Oh, I was there many, many, many times. Those 2 years. Let's be clear.
Now you saying that this same thing happening at Norfolk,
And the
that didn't
story.
surprise me
Now here's
because
the
I had
deal.
been heard stories about Norfolk.
Remember, I told you the commanding officer at Jacksonville
Hmm.
got his back cracked by my friend.
Hmm.
This was in 2002.
Also, I was absolutely in J Vegas.
Like he was the highest ranking officer at the Jacksonville, North Carolina
Oh
base.
shit! Something just clicked. Something just clicked. Now I understand. Oh wow! But they're the. Oh my god! I need pass me some leafy greens. So
Hollering.
check this out. I had a staff sergeant and a sergeant. They were like, "Yeah, man, we getting ready to go down to J Vegas," and I'm like, "J Vegas? Why y'all? It's Jacksonville, North Carolina. Why do y'all call it J
That's what it's
Vegas?"
I
called,
tell you,
honey. It's Vegas,
so it is,
baby.
baby. It
It's
happens.
now
Listen,
as
Terrence, I'm gonna give you a
me
perfect example.
dead on arrival over here right now.
Terrence, I'm gonna
We're
give you a
in we're
perfect
in the hood
example.
now, baby.
Listen, I'm gonna give you a
God damn.
perfect example. Just like Tallahassee, Florida, when I first got there, was called Tally Ho. It's still called Tally Ho to this day. But because back in the day,
Yeah,
now
we
it's
still call it
they
Tally
done did a
Ho.
lot to Tallahassee now, but back late '90s, early 2000s when I got there, it was a small ass hick town that just happened to have two huge universities and a community college in that city. Do you know how much sin? That it was like Las Vegas and Tallahassee, and it was
Man,
literally
all of
nothing
the
to do and
stories
everything to do.
I've heard,
Oh
all the
my
stories
God.
I heard from people who went to FAMU in the 90s, I'm
I'm
like,
trying
oh
to
my
tell you,
goodness.
it
It'll make
was
you
Dude.
blush. Like,
wild,
you think you did
wild.
something now?
Mm.
Please. I'm like, damn, I
Shit was
wish I would have
wild.
went during
Shit
that
was
time.
wild,
So
wild.
I've been to Havelock. I've been to have, or should I say, I've been through Havelock. Like we had to drive through there or stop there on our way, either going north or coming south, like transiting planes. But
Little baby, think
this shit
about
got my mind gone right now.
little baby. Think
Like,
about the
damn.
fact that I was a Kappa. I was a Kappa during the days, the heyday of Kappa Luau, the infamous Kappa Luau that people tell stories about.
Oh
I
my
pledged
God.
during that time.
Getting twirled like a cane.
I
It was
pledged
Kappa
during that time.
Luau and Goon Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Kappa Luau and Goon Bay. Them were the
Mm-hmm.
two.
Yes, honey.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Do you
Yep.
realize how much of you guys, do y'all realize how much of the Marine Corps y'all just unlocked for me that I was unaware of?
Welcome.
Mm. Listen, a great time was had by all.
And by
See,
all, a time was had.
Cause
see.
trust me, they all went to the strip clubs. You're right. And you notice the ones that would always conveniently leave with a strip or a girl.
Hmm.
Those were you. If they left with one, especially if they left with one a little earlier than y'all, them was the girls right now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just figured out somebody. I just figured out a
Mm-hmm.
name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my wow! All right, more leafy greens.
Now, if you want to get some real stories, talk to the strippers in Jacksonville. And them hoes will tell you some real stories.
Them bitches
Bet they
know.
could. But
Now, them heifers got real stories.
we were told to treat the strip. We were told to treat. We were told to treat the strip club like an art gallery. Look, but don't touch.
Mm. Okay.
Now, what actually
Child.
ended up happening was,
That never happened. That's what actually ended up happening. That never happened. Little baby, I heard that homecoming is the 24th of October. Is that correct?
Yes, it's the 24th. I'm
Okay,
getting
great.
ready to purchase my season tickets because season tickets are is just like maybe $100 more than the actual homecoming ticket.
Oh,
And I get 6 games instead of one.
oh
So
wow.
that just sounds like smart
Well,
money.
the
That's right
greatest
on.
homecoming on Earth festivities
Oh God, not G-Ho. It's not all
will
that.
be
It's not
Halloween
FAMU
weekend.
homecoming.
It will be Halloween weekend,
I've been to
and
both. I've been to
it is
G-Ho.
our
that's fine.
100th homecoming.
I've been to G-Ho and I've been to FAMU homecoming.
Well,
G-Ho is not FAMU
congratulations on
homecoming.
your
I'm gonna be.
centennial.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you, Uncle Jay. G-Ho
What
is not FAMU homecoming. I ain't gonna hold you. It's not.
is who?
It's not as good as FAMU homecoming.
You know, I'm just gonna go by what I know. I have not been to FAMU's homecoming,
Hell,
so
I had a
I,
better time
you
at
know, I
Tuskegee
don't know too
homecoming.
many people that do decide to go.
Now I heard Skeegee homecoming
I
was good.
Tuskegee homecoming don't owe me nothing. Listen, let me help you
I heard
understand
it's
something.
good too. And my
I
niece, she
heard it was
graduates high
good.
school next year, and we drove all the way down to Alabama in September because she wants to go to Tuskegee. She wants to be a veterinarian, and
They
we
have a
drove
great
that
veterinarian school.
7 8 hours, however long it took us to get down there, and so she could do her tour. And she is Tuskegee down.
Mm. They have a great veterinarian school. Great veterinarian school. Hmm.
Miss Flames, yes, Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, honey, they got an adult store down there, Peaches.
Mm.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
Now, isn't there a base close to Raleigh?
No, well, Jacksonville.
Jack? No, there's isn't there a Jack? No, not Jacksonville. Isn't there a Jackson?
There's there's the Jackson Air Force Base.
Okay,
It's
but it's not
it's
near
Eastern
Raleigh.
North Carolina. Yeah,
Okay.
it's about an hour. I don't have.
Mm.
Um, because
Well, see, I'm over here
it's near
connecting dots.
Kinston, which Kinston is a little small town, and Kinston used to be a military town. It used to be where all the military men back in like the 40s and 50s and 60s, all the way to about probably about the 80s, they would get dropped off. They were at Jackson. They would go to Kinston, and that's where they would go. Kinston was known for having prostitutes,
Oh wow,
Yeah, I was about to say that
and
was the
that's where
debauchery
all
town.
the yeah, that's where
a lot of
all the military
penicillin
men
ran
would
through
go to
them.
Kinston and be with the prostitutes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you
A lot
get
of
I can't
you
remember what
get
they
a
used to
you get a
call it.
shot of
They used to call it
a
something. I
comfort
cannot
town,
remember.
a comfort town.
Yeah, but it was something that it was a nickname that they gave Kinston um for that.
mm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Hmm,
And I used to work in Kinston. It ain't shit there now.
Mm. Oh wow.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Sounds
Not
like a lot of
surprisingly.
penicillin shots.
Hmm.
There's
You
nothing
get a
there. It's absolutely nothing
you
there.
get a whore on the way in and a penicillin shot on the way out.
Dang. That means you had a good weekend.
Yeah,
Great weekend.
sound like Thailand.
Now, when you ain't even got to get the shot, you can just get the pills.
Take it within 72 hours. It's most
Hmm.
effective after 24. Within 24.
Hmm.
Two.
Make sure
Take
you
two. Two
eat.
100 milligrams.
Make sure you eat as well. before
Cause
you
that shit will upset your stomach.
mhm. Now I'm not gonna tell. That's what I was told because I didn't know nothing about that. I'm as pure as the dripping snow, so I don't know nothing about it. But that's
Well,
what
Keep
I
I'm gonna
was
go ahead and
told.
saying
tell the
that.
people. I have not a prescription, but a subscription of Doxypep.
You know, now my friend
Just in
told me.
case, honey.
My friend told me you could go to a
Well,
lot of the
health is wealth.
circuit parties, and they have
Hmm.
doxies right there at the parties, and you
Yeah,
can buy
well,
some
see,
on your way out.
it
Hmm.
should. My doctor prescribed it to go along with my prep. And it's really it's not something that you take every day because
Right.
you can't take antibiotics every day because you become
Yeah,
resistant to
you're
it.
Mm-hmm.
resistant. Right. But what my
So
doctor does is my doctor.
it's only as needed or as you feel like, if you've had a night of debauchery and you like, oh, I'm a little scared. I don't know who I was fucking at 2 a.m.
Mhm.
Let
Now
me
my
take this
doctor tell
pill
me just
real quick.
my doctor tell me, listen, just call me the next day and I have you come in there do what they need to do. But I had in one of my whole phases a couple years ago. She was like, one week she was like, "It's your third time here this week, and it's Thursday." She told me that. She said, "It's your third time here this week. It's Thursday. What you got going on, sir?" I said, it's been a good week." "No, it's been a bad week." "I don't know what about a bad week." I said, "No, that's a good week." She said, "No, we can't keep doing this." Mm. I thought it was a good week
That is a good week, honey.
for
And as
me.
long as as long as you can uh take it, give it back, that's good. You good. It's the shit that stay with you
Uncle Jay,
that you
you
don't
should, Uncle
want.
Jay, were you prior? Uncle Jay, you prior service?
Listen,
Uh
You prior military?
no, but my father is.
Damn it, you sound like one of. You sound like a old retired gunnery sergeant's weekend briefing. If you can give it back, it was a good weekend.
That's it.
a good damn weekend. God damn. That's how home.
Mm,
Listen, I listen before I go to homecoming. I tell my doctor up front, it's about to be wide open. Listen, I'm telling you now, it's we finna be wide open. Whatever you
mm-hmm.
need to give me now, cause I'm telling you,
Listen,
I'm about to be wide open. Yeah.
Like, do y'all
Cause
do
I
y'all
have a
put
female
these
doctor
shots? Can
now.
I get it in a to-go box?
She says, she says to me, she'll say something to
Not
me
a to
like
go
this.
box of antibiotics.
She'll say something like this. She'll be like, "Now I can give you a little something, but I can't help you with what Usher got."
Okay,
She said,
that part,
"I
and now
can't
that's
help
the
you
one you
with
need
what
to be
Usher
scared
got
of.
and stuff like that. Now I can't help you, but I can give you something. It can help you with a lot of things, but I can't help you if you trying to be 7 o'clock on the dot and then your drop top." I said, "You know what? My
I
doctor,
was in
she's
high
a
school the
whole
first time I ever met somebody that had that, and they had it on their mouth.
ew."
High
I don't think
school,
I've ever
I
seen
was
anybody with it on their mouth.
child. That man was down so bad, he was so hurt, and
Ain't nobody
it
giving
came
him
from
no
another
down
nigga.
check, something.
It
Mm,
came from another nigga. But you
Mm.
talking about
mm.
20 years ago?
Wow.
Now, here's
He
my
was
question.
so embarrassed.
Do y'all remember? I think that was 2022 or 2021 when the monkeypox first came out,
Girl,
Mm-hmm.
I got every
and,
shot.
and all of the porn
Yeah.
skanks started getting it,
Yes,
and
they
it was
did.
just like it was rolling through Atlanta. Baby, when I tell you I cut everybody off, because I had three regulars. I had Date Bay, I had Social Distance Bay, then I had Friday. Friday was the dude who only was available on Friday. But I had Date Bay, Social
He
Distance
married.
Bay, and Friday. Them the three. And that's how I made it through the fucking pandemic. Baby, I social distance from everybody. But them three, we would get it in. Baby, monkeypox came. I cut everybody off. They was calling me. "No, I can't help you. Nope. Mm-mm. I don't
Child.
want it
During COVID,
until I got that
during
goddamn
quarantine,
monkeypox vaccine." Cause remember the porn skanks was getting it and they was putting their shit all
yes,
on
they
social
was.
media and stuff. And I was looking
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, oh, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I was so scared. I was like,
Following
oh
the
my
map. It was getting
God.
closer and closer.
I was like, I did not play. It was like a year. I did not have sex for like a year. Cause I was like,
Oh,
I'm
girl.
not going out here with these. And I had the vaccine and all. I said, no, I can't play with these people. I'm not doing that. No, ma'am. No, God.
Child. During quarantine, I was running a damn brothel.
Baby, I had to get it
Okay.
during quarantine. Baby, listen.
Do you hear me?
Matter of
That
fact,
door, my door swung on open hinges, welcome
Social
hinges.
Distance Bay used to drive up here from the army base in South Carolina. I mean, in Savannah. He used to
Mm-hmm.
drive up. He had an extra apartment up. He did have an apartment up here in Atlanta,
Yes.
but
Come
he
on
was
here.
stationed in Savannah. So he would, always be down there and would drive back and forth. When I tell you, we used to fuck like rabbits.
Honey. And I worked from home. Uh,
Mm, didn't owe me
all
nothing.
day long.
Mm-mm-mm. And one time he was like, we should go. I could get you into the base and we could fuck on the base. I got my three or four friends we could bring. I said, no, because somebody, I said, I don't play with military
Yes.
bases. I don't play them games. Nope. I ain't got no business there. Now we could meet in the
Yo,
hotel room
Teddy.
around the corner.
That's a good time,
We
honey.
could go to the hotel room off base, but I'm not doing the military base. I don't play with the government like that. Nope. I meet one of Terrence's good buddies. That might be a good time, especially if it's the dark skinned one with the dreads. Janae, you know which one I'm talking to. I think Janae came outside and saw me with your dark skinned friend with the dreads, Terrence. He was so cute. Dear God. You even wet my whistle. Dear Lord.
Where he at?
In Virginia, I think, I don't know where, that's where I met him at in Virginia. I don't know if he lived there, but Jesus
Hmm.
God.
Yeah, that's where he lived. Him and his
Mm,
that's where him and his wife live at.
mm. I mean, she can
Child,
watch.
what's a wife?
She can
She
watch.
can watch.
Who is wrong?
She can most
Best believe
definitely
you carry the
watch.
driven snow. What the heck?
She most definitely can watch. Cause why she here?
I'm just saying. I mean, why? I mean, I am a card carrying member of Home Wreckers R Us. I apologize. I know people think good of me, but I am a card carrying member of Home Wreckers R Us. I have wrecked several happy homes, both
I'm the
gay and
same.
straight. Both gay and straight,
I
unfortunately. Yeah.
ain't never wrecked a home, but I sure been in it.
Dear Lord,
A few of them.
what will not
Child,
be said?
I had one and he died on me, and I went to the
Oh
funeral and
no,
hugged the wife.
not you. Was Blanche Devereaux? Did he die
He
during
ain't
the
die
act?
on me. He ain't
Oh,
die
okay.
on me.
Oh,
Oh, because I'm
Like
thinking
not
you was
on
like
me.
Blanche Devereaux. Not Blanche. No, that was Rose. That was Rose.
That was
I'm thinking you
Rose.
like
No,
Rose. Rose
not literally
Allen.
on me. He died while
Mm-mm.
we was together. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
doing our
I'm just
things.
saying. If you out here killing the kids, you got deadly cooch. That
Well,
cooter is
that's what
deadly.
that's what happened when you mess with when you fool with the old men, honey.
Baby, listen. That cooter is deadly, honey.
no,
Had
I'm
that old
surprised you're
man
not
climbing
screaming
from
at
the
him like
walls.
he's Brandy right now, screaming he's a murderer.
A murderer! Hey, D. Johnson. D. Johnson, you don't want to know what you walked in on because they were out here killing the people. Lord.
Debauchery and
Child.
shenanigans. Terrence's mind has been opened up to the fact that there was a whole lot of LGBTQ activity happening at bases that he was stationed at
Yep.
unbeknownst to him. And
Did
that's where
not
we
know.
pick up
It
the action.
it won't know see, but here's the thing. This is the thing. It wasn't libiquitous activity. It was straight men just having a good time.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't see it as libiquitous activity.
Yeah.
They still straight at the end of the day.
They was trade for us. For them, they was just playing around. They were just messing around. For us, that was trade,
Yeah,
you know.
something to do. Cause
Now,
booty
if
holes
this
feel
was
better than
Norfolk,
coochie.
now if
I'm
this
just
was
letting you know.
Norfolk or Jacksonville, Florida, then you could say it was Rainbow Coalition compound activities. Yeah. Cause that's big
Right.
Navy
And I
bases.
was stationed.
Those
Right.
is
I was
whole.
stationed in. I
Mhm.
was stationed in Norfolk. That's where I met my ex-wife in Norfolk. I was stationed there.
Now Norfolk.
Yeah, that's the Navy base. They have a whole Rainbow Coalition compound
My brother was
activities.
born in Norfolk. My father was in the Navy. Um, Norfolk, honey.
Mm, baby,
Yeah.
listen.
Mm-hmm.
Now I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna give you what you need. Now I ain't gonna hold you.
Mm-hmm. I got
They
mm-hmm.
gonna give you what you need, and then you
Mm.
could go on around there to Hampton and run through the campus down to Hampton.
Child.
Janae back here naming campuses down there for you. ODU, Norfolk
Oh yeah,
State,
older man. I went to Virginia, and
Christopher
I
Newport.
even traveled up to Virginia Union. Ooh,
VUU, honey.
She said, oh, she
Mm-hmm.
just screamed, oh, you passed
Have you
Virginia State on the way.
split like a V?
child, baby, Virginia Union, baby, listen. I think that was the first Q I ever had was at Virginia Union. The first it was technically it was because I had somebody before they were a Q, and then I had them after they became a Q. But I had this person before I had that other person after they became a Q. But this person was already a Q. So yeah, yeah, good times, good times. Don't owe me nothing. Good old Virginia, the Hampton Roads, the seven cities. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No,
That's
but
your,
like a
that's
lot of
Janae's
shit.
stomping ground, the seven cities.
Is born and raised.
Mm-hmm. The 757. Isn't that the
That used to
757?
be 804. It is. It used
Oh,
the
okay.
whole state used to be 804, and then they changed to 757 for our area. God, when was that? Mid 90s? Mid
Mm.
90s, I think.
That's just like back in Miami in South Florida, everything used to be 305 all the way from Miami all the way up to Palm Beach. And they're like mid 90s. Palm Beach got their own area code and Broward got their own area code in the mid 90s or somewhere around there, like early to mid 90s. I think that's when Southern Belle started changing everything back then. The little kids don't know what Southern Belle is. That turned into Bell South. It was Southern Belle at first, and then it turned to Bell South. Then it turned into AT&T. Oh
Child,
damn.
folks still got Bell South emails. I was like, oh my
Mm-mm.
god.
Yeah, I know people still got Bell South email. Hell, I still got a Hotmail somewhere around there. I'm sure if I
I
can
still got a
remember the password.
Hotmail, a Yahoo.
I still got a
I don't
Yahoo.
even look at my Yahoo account.
My Yahoo was my booty call account. That's where my college club account was through my Yahoo. Oof, that was my booty call account. Good times, good times. Baby, listen. Between Coleman Library and Stroger Library, I done had a lot of fun. Cause college libraries have a lot of corners, crevices, little rooms you could, study rooms you could dip off into. Ain't nothing but fuck shops and fuck rooms.
I went to a community college, so our college library was not that big.
Then you got if your college or university has a music school of music or a music department, in the school of music or the music department, they have practice rooms, which are small little rooms where you can go in and practice. Those are also little cubby holes you can go in and fuck down and have privacy. Can.
Yeah, see, God
I
knew He
mean,
was
that's what
doing
I
this
heard.
and
I
told
don't
me to go
know.
to a
I
community
wouldn't know about
college.
that because I'm pure, but that's what I heard. But Coleman Library, little baby, no, I ain't lying. Mm. If you ain't got
I
a Coleman
know.
Library
So I
store,
was a graduate of School of Journalism and Graphic Communications. We had like a photography at that time, a photography major, and so we had an actual original dark room. Like it gets
mm,
pitch black, you can't see anything in there
mm,
because you're developing photos. And Apparently, my dean has walked in on a lot of situations.
I bet. Child. I told y'all the stories about I shouldn't tell people business. Oh dear God. I told you the stories that I know about Andrew Gillum and fraternity row at Florida State. I'm gonna just be quiet. I have too many stories, too many secrets on too many people, too many. All while he was with RJ back then, and I knew RJ before I knew Andrew. I met Andrew through RJ. Child. I'm gonna shut up, little baby. I'm gonna just shut up. Shut the fuck
So play
up.
an episode. I ain't saying no names.
Mm, I'm gonna just shut up. I'm just gonna shut up because I have way too many stories on way too many people. Anyway, I'm not the only one with stories though. Don't try to make me like I'm the only one. We got Uncle Jay up here, and we know he done did a whole lot. Praise God. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cha. Anyway,
My whole phases were too long ago. All that. It's been 7 years plus, so it's all been erased.
wait. If it's 7 years plus, it don't count. Well, hell.
Hell no, especially if it's a different decade. It's like 2 decades ago.
Oh, so that means we can cancel our whole body count from them years before? Oh, yes, I'm
Hell
here for
yeah.
that. Yes.
Oh, well, that's great.
Oh, listen. Oh,
A
beautiful.
whole tax reset after 7 years, like your credit.
Oh, well, listen. Oh, my body count is real
Oh,
low now. Oh, shit. Y'all listen.
I'm
Wait,
a virgin.
why nobody told me that? Why didn't I get the memo that that you get a whole reset after 7 years, like your credit and stuff?
That was in the
Okay.
Cause
terms and
I was on the
conditions.
phone with her. That's why.
Yeah, man, it was in the fine print in the terms and conditions.
Beautiful. Okay, I'm here for it. Listen, you ain't got no complaints out of me because there's a couple of people I want to eliminate from the resume anyway. Couple of them I
I
want to
know that's
keep,
right.
but there's certainly some that I want to eliminate from the resume. And it's a couple that some people would want me to keep, but I don't want to keep because it wasn't good. There's two NFL players that's on the resume.
I don't have any pro athletes.
I do. I have a few. How many do I have? I have six. I have six. But one of my good Judies, he's in the circuit where he signed more NDAs than you could, than you could imagine. Like he's in the circuit, like the personal assistants and stuff like that have his information and contact number on tap. Like, yeah,
Oh,
he's in the
wow.
circuit. Yeah. So he's like, if I and I would never give up the names but he has names of people that are some of the biggest names you could think of. That's why when I be hearing stories about people, I'll be like, oh, that checks out. That makes sense. And when I say my good Judy, he not going. He'll tell me the name, then he'll be like, oh, you think it's not? And like we be out there, and he'll call or he'll text them, and he'll show me. See, so I know he'll never be lying. Now, one thing he ain't gonna do, he ain't gonna lie. He be like, yeah, I was with da 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 da, da. And I'll be like, oh, you sure? He be like, oh, you think I ain't lying? All right, hold on, let me call him. Da, 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 da. And he'd be like, oh, I think I left he'll say something like, oh, I think I left something. And they were like, no, I ain't see it. He's like, all right, I'll look somewhere else. But it'll be them. And I know it's them. or he'll FaceTime them, and I can like see from the side, be like, oh, I be trying to get in on some. I ain't gonna even hold you. I be like, oh, he had now 2 of the 6 he has given. I ain't gonna hold you. He did 2 of the 6 he did set up. I ain't gonna hold you. He did. I was real glad. I said I appreciate that. Those were the athletes. He don't like
That's
athletes.
what friends are for.
He don't like athletes. He likes rappers and he don't care for athletes. Like if he can, he
What's
tries
wrong
not to
with
do athletes.
what's the preference for the rapper? What's the difference between the two?
He and for him, he says the athletes tend to usually be the ones that run through more boys than girls. And
Uh,
he likes one. He don't mind if you deal with because naturally, if you doing something with him, you deal with boys. But he says the athletes usually are more ran through than the rappers or the actors and stuff like that.
okay. That's crazy.
Oh, somebody put my friend Bryant in the members only chat. Paul put my friend Brian, Africano boy. Y'all call him Africano boy. I know him as Brian. In the members only chat. That's Brian. That goes back to the Shut up, L Teddy. You're not supposed to tell that. Yeah, my friend Brian. He over in Houston. I'll see him when I go down to Houston. This is real good. It's a real good drink. Oh.
First name basis, huh? Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Brian. We go back to the early YouTube days. My old YouTube channel, my old big YouTube channel, like back in the day. We go back to the old days, like back when we had the first Black Gay YouTube meet and greet in 2010. 2010 was the first Black Gay meet and greet, and everybody was on there. Everybody was there. A lot of us was there. Duran came, Scorpion show, me and the other 5 black guys. Brian was there, Africano boy, like Wesley from y'all know him as A Connection TV. That's Wesley. Even Nunu came, and Nunu was new on the scene at that time in 2010. We met at Sizzle in 2010. Back in the day of Sizzle. Now, Sizzle back in the day. Listen, don't owe me nothing. Good old listen, Sizzle. Now DC Memorial Weekend was always a big thing, but early 2000s from about 2003, 2002, I would say, till about 2013 or 14, people maybe even 15. I'll even go to 15. People stopped going to DC for Memorial Weekend for Pride, and they started going to Miami for the big Black Gay Pride called Sizzle Miami. And when I tell you, it was the thing that made Sizzle different was it was in Miami one, and you had the beach, and you had clubs that literally like the club Space on Sunday. Space wouldn't close till like 11:30 the next morning. Like I literally went to like the club. I I would go to the club Space Sunday night. Well, Sunday night maybe about 2 in the morning. We would not leave there until like 10:30 in the morning. Like you literally would at about 7 o'clock in the morning, they would make everybody go to the rooftop. And the rooftop didn't have no roof. And so you literally will watch the sun come up, and you literally the whole time they would like it was like they got a second wind and the DJs would go crazy and you were literally up there for hours like you just got up there. That's how long you'd be partying. There have been people there from like 10 o'clock the night before, and it's 10. They have been on like a 12-hour shift. doing every drug imaginable in a bathroom, doing everything. And you're talking thousands of people. It was literally thousands of people at this fucking club. And then like that Sunday during the day, they would take over Hollover Beach, which was the new beach, as you know. And so on the day, on Sunday during the day, on the nude side, the whole side would just be a bunch of black gay dudes, like all, like literally thousands and thousands and thousands of people just butt ass naked out there on the goddamn beach. But that was Sizzle, and then they would have the club on Friday night, which was like this huge warehouse, and then they would have another club on Saturday night. They had a ball during the day on Saturday. It was like a bunch of stuff that they would do during Sizzle weekend. But it was a huge event, big time, had by all. But in 2010 at Sizzle, that was the first black gay YouTube meet and greet, and so a bunch of the big black gay YouTubers got together at that time, just to do a meet and greet with each other. And then we, met a bunch of our subscribers and fans back then, and it was a whole big thing back then. That's how I met a lot of. Uh, 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 um, we were a small community back then, and because we all met up in like '08. Because my first YouTube channel I started in late '07, and so we all a lot of us met up '08, maybe early '09, and you started to get more people, and it was a whole small, it wasn't a big community, it was a small community of gay YouTubers and black gay YouTubers, and it was a big thing, like, and that's why when some of us make it big, like Duran, and his Grammy and stuff like that, or even like Alonzo's he's a diamond YouTuber now. I think Alonzo got like 10 million subscribers now. Um, Matter of fact, I just talked to him last month. Or Chris XD, who's now a C-suite at TED Talk, but he used to do TED Talks all the time. He's a C-suite now at TED Talk. Like, there's a bunch of people that's doing a bunch of big things now. We never thought we would be shit. Ask Ty, because Ty was around during that time. Like, Ty was around during my early days. And that's how me and Ty were big friends, because he was there for my old channel when I had the big channel. And we talk about that now, like how all of these people that we all came up together in YouTube, we went to shit, and we all, it became people just did different things that became big, and it's like, wow, who would have thunk it back then? I don't know, but anyway, Africano boy, or as I call him, Brian, he was around back then, and he came to the meet and greet, and there was some things that happened at that meet and greet. A good time was had by all, though.
What happened to Sizzle? I remember hearing stuff about it.
What happened to Sizzle was it used to be held at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Miami, which is where the James L. Knight Center is. That was a big hotel, with the headquarter hotel. Even though it was too many people to, you know, for the hotel, and they would have the overflow hotels, but that was the main hotel. When they moved the main hotel from the Hyatt Regency to the Intercontinental, to the Hotel Intercontinental, that's on right there by Bayside on Biscayne Boulevard, that everybody came that first year, which I think was 2012. I think 2012 was the first year. 2012 or 2013 was the first year they moved it from the Hyatt Regency to the Intercontinental, because it was, a more upscale hotel. But the Intercontinental wouldn't let us let the gays do what the Hyatt would. The Hyatt, the lobby became a club. Like, people would literally like hang out in the lobby because it was a fucking club. There was so many fucking thousands of gay black men. Like, it was the fucking club. Like, you didn't even have to go to the club. You could just hang out in the lobby. The Intercontinental wasn't with that fuck shit. The Intercontinental, when we first moved to the Intercontinental, and they were like, "Yeah, y'all can't hang out in the lobby. Y'all need to go to y'all rooms." That kind of
Oh
turned a lot of
wow.
people off, and they weren't as inviting. It was a more upscale hotel, but they weren't as inviting as the Hyatt Regency was.
Uh huh.
And so that next year after that, people said, "I'm not coming back." And people started going back to DC. And
Okay.
so the sizzle year after year started getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I heard as recently as I think 2021 or 2022 they were still doing it, but it was so small. It was such a small event at that point. Nobody was really going. Everybody was back at DC. Because I remember when I was in college, everybody was going to DC for Memorial Weekend. That was the big thing. And then, in 2000, either two or three, people started going to Miami for Scissor, and that blew up. And then, so now people are back at DC in DC. So everybody will be in DC for Memorial Weekend. Now Labor Day, it never changed from Atlanta. Atlanta has always been Labor Day, always. Just like I think Splash was last weekend in Houston. Somebody will let me know. One of the gays will let me know. I think Houston Splash was last weekend. Hold on, let me look it up. 'Cause that's the big Houston Pride is called Splash. Houston Splash. It's usually in early May. It's usually like the first weekend in May. Yeah, it was last weekend. It was last weekend. Houston Splash. Yeah, I thought it was. Okay. Yeah, but it's usually like the first weekend of May.
Okay.
Yep. So, but yeah, and then they would also have another big circuit event called Latino Oasis in Palm Springs, California. And that used to be a really huge event as well in Palm Springs, California, every year. They just recently, I think last year was the last year that they had the Latino Oasis. I think that was the last year, but they have been doing it for many, many, many years.
That's not.
Either
That's like
last year or this
three and
year.
a half, like 3.5 hours from where we live at. And like, dude, this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Yeah, it's a huge. It's usually the same weekend as Houston Splash. It's usually like the first weekend. It's usually late April, early May, like usually around the first weekend of May, and it's a big, huge black gay I'll say men of color because a lot of Latinos come. That's why they call it Latino Oasis because it's black and Latino gay men come, and it's a huge event every year. I think either this year is the last year or last year was the last year. But yeah, it's been going on for at least 20 years, and it's a huge situation, like a huge event every year. Um, where you talk about debauchery, yeah, they absolutely have full unadulterated, and you're talking thousands of people there, and it's like Sodom and Gomorrah in small ass Palm Springs, California. So yeah, and then that's just like people. Some people never heard of Folsom. The Folsom events and Folsom Street and that's a huge event in the gay world where shit. Listen, you want to talk about that happens in San Francisco. You want to talk about debauchery in the middle of the street. Well, I'll say like this: anybody ever been to Mardi Gras before Katrina?
I have not.
I've been to Mardi Gras, and I went to Mardi Gras before Katrina. And I'm not saying Mardi Gras isn't as good after Katrina, but the Mardi Gras before Katrina, when I tell you, I I saw everything in the middle of the streets. I'll say like this: my first Mardi Gras, I had just turned 21. It's 2000, just turned 21, and it was in February. Mardi Gras was in February that year. I went with my frat brothers. We rented a Winnebago and an RV, and we went. A bunch of us slept in a fucking RV at an RV park. Anyway, first day we got there Thursday. We got there that Thursday. Okay, that's we were committed to that. We weren't leaving till Wednesday. Got there that Thursday. First encounter on Bourbon Street. We turn off Canal, turn on to Bourbon Street because we had went to the casino. What is that? Harrah's over on the at the end of Canals Street. We went to casino, right? And we had and they had taught me $5 is all you need. Take a $5 bill and play nickel slots. Nickel slots means you get a hundred nickels. So as long as you play nickel slots, you gonna win a couple times. You can stay there for hours and get drunk off the free ass liquor. Because as long as you gambling, they gonna bring you the watered down drinks. But if you get enough watered down drinks in you, you gonna be good. So that's what we did. So we left Harris, went over to or started walking down to Mardi Gras. This is the first date, my first date in the French Quarter, first day in Mardi Gras. I turn on Bourbon Street with my frat brothers, right? You know they have the little balconies or whatever. They had the Budweiser girls on the balcony. Very first building, as soon as you turn on Bourbon Street, very first building, the Budweiser girls, it's about six, either six or eight of them,
Mm-hmm.
standing on the fucking balcony. No bottoms on. They got their tops on. No fucking bottoms on. And at least half of them were taking Zima bottles and inserting them into themselves.
Oh wow.
That was my first encounter when I turned on to fucking Bourbon Street, my very first Mardi Gras. Now, my gay
I
ass,
remember Zima.
I don't even know if they make Zima no more.
Wasn't
But
I
that
don't
bottle?
think so.
Didn't that bottle have like a texture or like grooves on the side or
I
something?
don't know. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
I didn't drink that.
That's
Yep.
what them slutty white girls like.
Yep. But I will say, my frat brother, they were all straight. They were. Because I had just pledged like year before, right? A couple months. It wasn't even a whole year at that point. Um, they had said, listen, when it get dark, if we still on bourbon, just know when you see the lights go out, turn around. You're in the wrong area. Now, if you know anything about bourbon, when you get to the gay district, magically, one side of the street, that intersection of Bourbon, right? When you go down Bourbon and you got that street crossing that starts the gay district, one
Mm-hmm.
side of the street is light, the other side of the street is pitch the fuck black. And I didn't believe them at first because I hadn't gotten there yet. But they said, listen, if you know you went too far, if it get black, turn your ass around because you're in the wrong area and you gonna see some shit you don't want to see. I'm like, what the fuck you gonna see, bruh? They say, bruh, you about to see some wide open ass, fruity ass shit. You don't want to see it. So I said, oh, okay, okay. In my mind, you know what I said? Oh,
I
that's where
want to
the fuck
see.
I need to be. Right, bitch. That's where the fuck I need
You said the same shit that Uncle Jay said when I was talking about the shower.
to be. Right. Trying to tell you. So then we got on bourbon. We hung out for a little bit. Got some drinks or whatever. We only needed one drink because we was already drunk as hell from the goddamn casino. So I think I got one hand grenade and was toe down. So they went to Pat O'Brien's, right? Pat O'Brien's. If you know Bourbon Street, they got the Pat O'Brien's right there. I don't even know if it's still there, but back in the day, they used to have the Pat O'Brien's, the little bar. That was their spot. That's all they wanted to do. Go to this fucking Pat O'Brien's. So we went to Pat O'Brien's. They didn't want to go back out on the street because all of them had been to Mardi Gras before. This is my first time. So I was like, well, I want to go. They were like, all right, go out there, meet us back here, in 2 hours or whatever. I said, all right, y'all know where I was going, right? They let me go by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, I left that goddamn Pat O'Brien's, went back on bourbon and walked down. I said, I got to find out where the lights went out. Sure enough, I got to where the intersection was. One side, the side I was on had light. I looked across the street. Magical. It's like a wall of darkness. I didn't know what the fuck that was. It was like literally a wall of darkness. I said, "Well, I'm going." I went over there and went into. They had a bunch of little bars and clubs. But I went over there and they wasn't lying, baby. When I tell you it was going down, it was going down in the middle of the street in the club and whatever. The police didn't give a damn. Only thing the police cared about was don't piss on the street. If they caught you
Hmm.
peeing on the street, you was going to jail. So our thing was, what we would do was when we were all together, we would be. It was like it was about 15 of us. It was a bunch of us staying in this little ass Winnebago. So we would all be be like bunched up together in a bunch. So if you had to pee, we would all stand in a bunch, right? What you had to do was you would be in the middle. You would stand in the middle of us, and it was like 15 of us, so you couldn't see in the middle of the other group of us. All you had to do was whip out and go pee. Because the thing they told everybody was bring your worst shoes. Don't bring no good shoes to Mardi Gras. Whatever you do, you don't bring no good shoes to Mardi Gras because it's all kind of trash, dirt, vomit, everything on the street. So
Yeah,
bring your
bourbon is
worst shoes.
disgusting.
Yeah, the ground is disgusting.
Oh
So
God.
they said bring your worst shoes. So we didn't give a damn that they was peeing, that the person was peeing in the middle, and it might have been splashing on our shoes. Cause hell, we brought our worst shoes anyway, so we didn't give a fuck. And that's how you pee. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But a good time was had by all. A great time was had by all. Hmm.
Hmm.
I need to. You ever been to Southern Decadence, Uncle Jay? Have you heard of Southern Decadence?
I have heard. Is that in New Orleans?
Uh huh.
I feel like I did go there.
Like that's the whole big. It's well, they back in the day they used to call it the gay Mardi Gras, but Southern Decadence is the whole situation back in the day. Also, Bayou Classic is the whole situation too. Now I done been to that fucker. Mm.
I want to go to the Bayou Classic.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Oh, it's a
Now,
lot.
Southern Decadence, it's an event or it's a place.
It's an event. It's an event.
Okay, no, I haven't been there. I haven't been.
Mhm.
But
Now,
I
if
need
I,
to
you've been
get
to
to
I
New
the
went
Orleans,
Florida
to
Classic before I get
New
to Bayou.
Orleans.
did you go to
I,
Rawhide? Rawhide while you was in New Orleans?
mm-mm.
Well, Rawhide was it was a spot back in the day.
I went to a few spots
Yeah, Rawhide was
when
the infamous
I was
spot.
down there. But see,
Hmm.
it was a lot going on because we was down there during the Zetas Boule.
Oh, we had our conclave in New Orleans in 2015.
Hmm.
Don't owe me nothing. Don't owe me nothing. 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 Do you hear me? Nothing.
Yeah, we I was down there. I went to a few spots. We was yeah.
Miss Shorty B, you say you went to Southern Decadence, but not on purpose. Southern Decadence is a whole situation. A whole situation. Child. Yeah.
When is it usually?
It's usually in the fall. I think it's in September, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
I think it's in September. But if you ever go to Bayou Classic is a good time. It's a good time for the straights. It's a good time for the gays. It's a good time for everybody.
I'll be in New Orleans New Year's.
I'm thinking about next year's class field trip being in New Orleans. That's I think that's the plan for the
What's the date of the
2020
field trip? Ain't it the 8th? The weekend of the
August
8th?
7th through the 8th.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta
I need to
work.
figure out what I'm doing for my birthday.
And when is that?
Christmas.
Y'all know I'm bad with birthdays. My birthday is 1/1. So I never remember dates. I'm not good with dates. My birthday is 1/1. So it's the first day of the year. It's New Year's Day. It's so easy to remember. So I never, if somebody give me a date, like my ex used to be mad because I could never remember the day we met. And I used to have to put in my phone. He was
How
mad.
did that happen?
You here? We hear you.
My my ex used to get mad because I used to have to put a reminder on my phone of when our anniversary was. Cause I'm bad with dates. My birthday is 1/1. You don't have to think about 1/1. It just the first day of the year. It's one
December
one.
25th is easy to remember too.
I guess it is.
Both are holidays.
It's never good to have a birthday on a holiday. You don't get anything.
That's my conundrum. Like trying to pick out something to do on a holiday. Like if I was in a bigger city, I'm pretty sure I could find something. But most people also like break off with their families and stuff. So
You can't
that's
have Boost Mobile over here, Uncle Jay. No Boost Mobile.
I got Verizon and it be going. I be going through different
Oh,
spots and it
you
hits
know,
and it be
Verizon used to be the best one,
everything.
but now Verizon is one of the worst cell phone companies. They say remember back in the
Yeah.
day, they used to be so expensive, but they was the best ones. Now
Yes.
they say they're one of the worst ones in terms of
And
service.
we have been with Verizon since before. We're actually we're actually grandfathered in. We was Alltel and
Mm.
grandfathered in to
shout out to
Verizon.
Alltel
Shout out
in
to
my circle.
Alltel.
Now you went back. Now when I was in college, I had Sprint because Sprint was our local landline phone service in Tallahassee back in the day. And so I had my house phone through Sprint, and then I went to pay my bill one day, and the lady was like, "Well, we could give you a cell phone, and it'll be an extra $25 on your bill." So I was like, $25? That's a lot of money. You know, I was in college. She was like, it's gonna pay for itself. Just get it. She said, you got the $25 now? I was like, yeah. She said, well, you'll have it when next month come because we ain't gonna charge you today. And I was like, ma'am, just take this $25 now because I might not have it next month. She was like, okay. And that's how I got my first cell phone through Sprint. And
Sprint
was it
service is
singular?
trash.
But Sprint, no, it was Sprint. It was Sprint. My friend had Singular when they first got their first phone, but it was Sprint. Sprint was so much trash.
It was.
Uh,
I had Sprint. I had Singular. I had Nextel was my first cell phone because my mama worked there.
Sprint was bad. It got better when they added Nextel. When they added Nextel to Sprint, I'm not gonna lie, it got better.
That stupid chirp.
And
That
people
chirp
love that chirp.
was
Listen, people
Loved
amazing.
it.
flex with it. Listen, they love that chirp,
Whole
man.
conversations in the grocery store.
Hmm.
You hear all their business, and they
All
didn't
of
care
it.
because it was free.
Didn't care.
And
Did not care. They used to really flex. And I kind of wanted to chirp. However, Sprint, I remember I had my first smartphone through Sprint in 2002. I had the Palm Trio before the Palm Pilot. It was the Palm Trio. And it
hmm
had a QWERTY keyboard. This was in 2002 when most people had analog. I had my phone, this before the Sidekick, before anything. My Palm Trio. And how I know it was 2002 because I went to visit my friend Tony in DC, and Mario, You Got What I Need, Say I'm Just a Friend came out, and they was playing it 12 times an hour every hour in DC at the time because he was from that area. Anyway, I remember having the Palm Trio in 2002. I was the only person I knew had a QWERTY keyboard on my phone, and they were like, "How you get that?" I was like, "That's what they told me I could get a new phone. That's what I got." I had my first smartphone way back when.
I miss BlackBerry.
All anybody who had BlackBerry, they loved it. I never had a BlackBerry, but those people who had it, they will fight you about a BlackBerry. They will
Oh,
fight you
absolutely. I loved my BlackBerry.
just like the sidekick people. People who had sidekicks, they still want their sidekicks right now to this day.
The Sidekick is supposed to be making a comeback, and so is BlackBerry.
You know what I'm
But the
saying?
one feature at BlackBerry that everybody hated was that damn trackball. And the new
I like the
BlackBerry is not
trackball.
supposed to have that trackball.
There's not a BlackBerry without that trackball.
Right. I like
They
that
about to put,
trackball.
well, they about to slap BlackBerry on there, and that's about to be it.
Goddamn trackball on BlackBerry. But that sidekick, them motherfuckers love. You know how the sidekick kick the little screen out or whatever? Them motherfuckers love that shit. I never had a sidekick. I never had a BlackBerry.
Never had a BlackBerry, never had a Sidekick.
Mm-mm.
Closest thing to a BlackBerry I had was the Android Aorus, like that one of the first smartphones, Android smartphones that came out. That's the closest thing I had to it.
I never had a
And
iPhone.
that trackball bad.
I never had an iPhone. Still don't.
Yeah, I never had an iPhone. I had an iPod. That's the closest thing I ever got to it, and I got like one of the very first iPods.
Mm. I don't play with them iPhones. So damn, I've been on here. Get me off of here. I'm going. I gotta produce. I gotta do silly Saturday. If I don't do production tonight, I'm gonna be late tomorrow.
Hey, I just figured out who you was talking to at the wedding. It wasn't one of my partners. I know exactly who you was talking to.
He was dark skinned with the dreads, right?
Dark skin with dreads,
He had
my
on. I
height.
think he had on one of the groomsmen suits. Did he? It was blue. I think it was blue.
I was absolutely. I know exactly who you were talking. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. I get with you outside of
Oh,
here.
praise God. But yes, I have a whole show to produce tomorrow. Y'all are expecting silly Saturday tomorrow. And I have not done a fuck thing. I ain't pulled not one palate cleanser. I ain't done the music. I gotta do palate cleansers. I gotta do music. I gotta do politics. Find a state to do their election candidate. I got a lot of work to do, huh? I could wake up early in the
Listen,
morning to do it. And I know the dude told me he might want to come over there today. He say he gonna call me and let me know.
all I know is with my state, I'm just gonna tell you right now. Do not be shocked if you see this state light up in blue. Do not be shocked.
Yeah, people are upset. People are angry.
Do not be shocked. And Donald's is not. I honestly, I don't think Donald's is very likable, and I don't think he's really putting his back into his campaign like Jolly is. He's just coasting off of I got a Donald Trump endorsement, and we see how those are going.
Are you talking about Byron?
Yeah,
Byron?
the fake Jamaican.
Right. Byron.
I need him to move back to
Byron.
New York and never be seen again.
Well, you know they done named Palm Beach Airport after him, and now they
Mm.
have to buy all of his merch and stuff. But the gig is nobody flies through fucking Palm Beach
I
Airport.
was
Like
about to say,
nobody,
who flies into that shit?
nobody flies into little ass Palm Beach International Airport. No, the fuck body. The
And
only
so,
people that fly into there are like private jets. You know what that's like? That's like Opalaka Airport in Miami. People don't even
Don't
know what Opalaka Airport
I
is.
didn't even know Opalaka had an airport.
It does. And you know what flies into Opalaka Airport? Small private jets and stuff like that. Like if you got money, you fly into Opalaka Airport because they have private jets. A lot of times NFL teams or NBA teams, they will fly into Opalaka Airport because it's for small jets and things like that. So it's less traffic and things like that. But it's a small and that's what Palm Beach Airport is like. Like nobody flies through that shit. So you can have your name all on that shit if you want.
hey,
Nobody's
here's the
never gonna
gag
fly
though.
through that bitch.
Here's the real gag. You know, the city of Palm Beach has to pay to license the name
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
President
that's
Donald
it's
J.
gonna be
Trump.
paid through tax dollars.
Yeah, yeah, and it can only sell his licensed merchandise. Hilarity just ensued.
But see, here's the gag. After he dies, which is like I'm expecting like another 2 months or so, because he already out his damn mind.
Yeah.
Um, I that all of that is gonna be all for naught. They're gonna wish they hadn't done that because that's gonna be an eyesore. He is not going to go down in history as the president of a lot of love.
Well, you saw what I just put in the members only chat in the
I had to
ABC
check it out.
segment of the 20 of the members only chat. Mm, that's a whole mess, a whole ass mess. But who am I? Who the fuck am I? Anyway, um, listen, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I gotta do production. Y'all gonna be waiting for stuff for me, and I got production to do. Unfortunately, don't I?
Yes, you do. I need to go get ready for bed myself.
You get to
Yep,
go to
now I
bed.
gotta make a pasta bake.
I gotta do fucking god damn it. The hardest part is doing the palette cleansers. I gotta find all them palette cleansers and edit them up and get them all put on there. Then I gotta find all of the music. I gotta figure out which years I'm gonna do for the R&B and the rap. Then I gotta find people for a state to do the candidate profiles for Kornaki's Khakis Corner. That's the order I do stuff in, cause I have to, chunk it out. Then I go find the gospel feature, and then I go find the video breakdowns. The video breakdowns are easy because my algorithm, I don't know how the fuck all of this weird shit ends up in my algorithm on Instagram, but the shit does. I don't know how.
My algorithm is all jacked up. Yeah, I'm ended up in weird places and like, what the oh wow. At least twice a day.
So, all right. Well, listen, y'all. I thank y'all for coming up here, entertaining me, and showing me a good time. I'm about to go do all of this work for y'all because I love y'all. Because I love y'all. Florida Memorial is in Miami. It's in Opelika. Yes, Florida Memorial is in Opelika. Yes, it is in Opelika, right by the airport. Literally, on one side of the street is Florida Memorial. On the other side of the street is the airport. Hmm. They have a big aviation school at Florida Memorial as well. So yeah. So Florida Memorial is in Opelika, and they're right by Opelika Airport. Yep. Anyway, but thank y'all so much for entertaining me. I thought I was gonna be up here for an hour and a half, and we've been on here almost 3.5 hours. Dear God, what the hell I've been doing? Uh, what the hell have I been doing? Anyway, thank y'all so much. And from all y'all in the chat, thank y'all for entertaining me today as well. Today is my light day. I don't have to do all of the heavy lifting. Y'all help me do heavy lifting, and that goes a long way after a long week of heavy lifting. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged. They're much appreciated. I got to get with Abby and see when we're gonna do chasing panel. Really B is on the cruise, so she may or may not be able to join us. So me and Abby gonna have to figure out um, when we're gonna do the chasing panel. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until tomorrow, we'll be live for a silly Saturday at noon tomorrow. That's all I got for y'all. Till next time. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Catch y'all next time.